Happy Monday, friends. It's Joleen and Nana with 90 Day with Nana. If you're joining live, make sure you smash that like. If you're not subscribed. We are back. We're going to be doing our little catch up in the beginning. Then we're going to be recapping the latest episodes, episodes 6 and 7 of 90 Day Fiancé before, what is it? Before the 90 days are we doing?
90 days. Yes, before.
We are a little rusty. We're here. We got Nana notes. We might have Who's Dead with Nana. We'll check in on Nana's giant bush. We got lots of stuff happening, Nana.
We do have a lot of stuff happening, and I'm really sorry. I had to take last week off. I just wasn't feeling good, everyone. And I took a COVID test thinking, gee, I got something, because I just couldn't get out of bed. I was so tired. It wasn't like, everything hurt. Anyway, feeling much better now. So it's really nice to see everybody. And thank you for joining us.
Yes, you were missed, Nana. So we're back. We're back. If you guys want to support the channel, Super Chat's a great way to do it while we're live. Otherwise, you can join us here on YouTube, our membership, or on Patreon, patreon.com/Joleen Lunzer. But liking the channel or subscribing to the channel and liking the video helps so much. But let's get those likes up, Nana. What is your like goal for tonight?
Oh, a like goal. What do we have in the house? We got 60 in the house. So I'm going to go.
Set it high. Set
okay.
High.
All right. 69 is divine.
Of course, Nana's nasty ass picked 69.
Sorry.
Is divine. We thought, well, Tess said she thought you went off and joined a furry commune, Nana. Since
I like that. I like
furries.
that.
Thank you, Coffee Buzz. And we got 59 likes already. So let's see if we can get that 69.
Okay.
We're at 62 now. Oh, we're at 63 now. So when we get to 69, let us know. And then keep liking. Let's get 169.
Right. There you go. And Jacqueline Parody saying she was sick too. Honey, did you have like the aches and pains and stuff? That's what I had. It wasn't like I didn't have the cough. I had a little sore throat, not much, but man, I just couldn't get with it. And I kept every day.
That's how I was after I got my booster. It lasted longer than my initial 2.
Yeah. So. And wasn't it a different type of
I got Moderna.
Booster?
And for my vaccine, I got Pfizer.
So that's right.
And let us know if you guys like. StreamYard has this new background music. I'll turn it up a little bit. It's kind of a vibe, but let me know if it's annoying. Do you hear it, Nana?
Oh, it's kind of a sexy little tune.
Well, they also have dance pop.
Is it Care Bear's birthday? Happy birthday, Care Bear. Oh, that kind of sounds like my new ringtone.
All right, everybody's phone is ringing. I didn't know that they have background music. So it'll play on a loop. I'll put it on volume 11, so very low. And if it annoys people, let us know. But I'm kind of feeling it. Oh, we already got our first Super Chat.
And look who it is. Hello, Jules. Hello, ladies.
It's our girl.
Jolene, I loved your love with Ina. Yes, I was working away and listened to the whole live. I have missed you both. Love the earrings, Nana. Thank you. Glad you're feeling better. I'm glad too. I'm sorry. I was out of it. Otherwise, we would have gone live.
Thank you, Indiana girl, Jules.
Thank you.
Yes. If you missed it, me and Ina did a special live. I've been doing this. Do you like my little sign in the back? Ice Cold Pop Culture.
I like that.
CBB3 breakdown, 90 Day with Nana, and my Instagram at Joleen Lunzer. I've been doing Ice Cold Pop Culture. And so I have a very fun week coming up. So we have tonight with me and Nana, 90 Day. Tomorrow, me and Valerie are going to be doing the Mermaid Comedy Hour here on my channel. It's going to be me and her just talking about comedy, pop culture. And also she just dropped her debut comedy album.
Oh, she did?
So she did. So you guys will hear all about it. It was charting on the, I don't know if I'm saying that right. It was charting on the iTunes and all that. So Beach Trash by Valerie Tossi. So Valerie will be here. And then my friend Shauna Christmas is going to join us this week for some ice cold pop culture. So I'm going to be doing it sometimes with myself, sometimes with guests. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then Friday, 90 Day with Nana, or not. No, Married to Bravo.
Married to Bravo on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be
pop
fun.
Song might be a little too much. I want to go back to the lo-fi. Or maybe Into Space. We'll see if that for background music, guys.
Speaking of space, I'm friends with Billy Mooney he was in Lost in Space. I'm friends with him on Facebook. Billy Mooney, M-U. He's the one that on the Twilight Zone, he sent people into the field. Do you remember that episode? He's been on a lot of different Billy Mooney.
Who? Jill, have you ever heard of Billy Mooney? It's his birthday, Nana. He said he has. He hasn't. I guarantee it. What's he from, Chell?
Billy Mooney was in that movie.
He was in that movie, he said?
Billy Movie Goes to the Movies.
Billy Movie goes to the movie.
He is so...
No, Chell said he was in that movie. Billy Movie goes to the movies and he got to...
Touch a pair of boobies.
Touch a pair of boobies.
You have to say it all.
Stop it. I just love his posts and stuff. I love Billy Mooney.
She loves his posts
older
and
people will know who
older
he is. He's the one that said, "Warning, Will Robinson," or
he said, "Warning, Will Robinson."
No, he was Will Robinson.
He was in the robot.
Wait, no, he was Will Robinson.
Was he the little person inside the robot?
Yes.
No,
wow.
no.
Nana, you crazy?
No, now listen.
Crazy, Nana.
Listen to me. I know what I'm talking about.
Nana, you crazy. Should we sing a little happy birthday? It's Care Bear's birthday today.
Wait, will you tell the story when her books were put away?
Oh, yeah. One time when Lucy was probably 2 or 3, she couldn't find her books. She was looking for this one book. And we were in the room where it was my brother's old bedroom that my mom turned into the kids' room. Like my old room became the toy room for the kids. And then my brother's old room became the guest room. And we were looking through the bookshelves and she was like, "There's my book." And I was like, "Oh, you were looking for a book?" She's like, "Yeah, Nana probably hid it. Nana took it and hid it." And I go, "Lucy, why would Nana hide your book?" "Because Nana crazy, Joleen. Nana crazy."
I love it.
And I was like, "Yeah."
That is so, yeah, I guess, little kids know. 3 years
happy
old,
birthday, Care Bear.
Happy birthday, Care Bear.
Happy birthday, Care Bear. Happy birthday, Care Bear.
Crab dance.
Shell's doing the crab dance. Crab people, crab people. Happy birthday, Care Bear. There we go. Yay.
That's very nice. Care Bear, 77. Is 77 the year you were born, honey? Just wondering.
No, she's 77 years old.
No, she isn't.
Billy Movie touched a pair of boobies.
No, Billy Movie is now. You guys, the older. Where's graphic design when I need him? When I need her, they would not see. Don't you besmirch Billy Moomy's good name? That's right. It's Moomy, M-U-M-Y, I believe. And it's just, he's just so much fun. I also follow John Provost from Lassie, the old Lassie show.
Wow.
And Leave It to Beaver. I just purchased one of his pictures.
So proud of you, Nana. That's exciting. No, I'm glad you're keeping up with the latest celebrities and stuff.
Those are my celebrities. I got People
That's stale
magazine.
tea with Nana. Ooh.
I got People magazine sent to me. Now, this is the one after the Betty White turns 100 because I went out and bought that one. And graphics design says, Mom says who? Billy Mooney. Now he's the one.
I love how you think saying it louder is going to make graphics designer's mom go, "Oh, Billy Mooney."
He's Lost in Space. He's been on a lot of Bewitched episodes. He also was in the Twilight Zone, the one where the little kid, everyone's afraid of him in the whole town. And if he doesn't like you, he sends you out to the field and you just
That
disappear.
sounds like a good
Anyway,
one.
See, Kate knows who he is. Kate Berggren knows who he is. Thank you. So I saw this. Leave It to Beaver just put out, Jerry Mathers, that he has 8x10 black and white of him in the soup cup. Everybody remembers that episode where Whitey Whitney said to Beaver, I bet there's
What
soup
are
in
you
there.
watching? A Klan rally? Whitey Whitney? What is going on, Nana? Jamie B said, I'd rather touch balls.
Jamie B, so would I. I just have to get some close to me, okay? But anyway, it was very exciting. So I purchased this 8x10 glossy of his because I have all my people that, well, your kids aren't on there. But anyway, all these people that I love on the wall.
Not one
like
picture of the people that came from her vagina, but
Father
all
Knows
her
Best,
friends.
all the things that the things that I like, the sitcom. So anyway, I was very excited about it. And see, Care Bear 77 says, I love that episode, Nana. Who doesn't? That is so good. It's so good. And I don't know if we're talking about
Leave It to Beaver.
Leave It to Beaver. So anyway, that's what I've been up to. Moomy, is it Mummy?
Well, Mary B says, did you see Tony Dow on CBS Sunday Morning last Sunday, Nana?
I did, and I watched it twice because Dad saw that it was coming on, so he recorded it too for me. I didn't know that he had trouble with depression. It's like, Tony, get in line. But no, I just love him, and I love his wife. And he's so talented. He's an artist now. He sculpts. And so I'm excited. So the next time that they usually come to California, and when they do signings of autographs and things, they haven't been in Minnesota a long time, but love a good beaver. Thank you, good Buzz.
Beaver. Nana, speaking of good beavers, how's your bush? Let's update Nana's giant bush.
Let's look. Isn't it beautiful? And it's starting to get those little pink flowers. Those little tiny flowers. They're starting to fall off. They kind of
fresh bush
bloom. It's nice to have a fresh bush. I also watered it. I stuck my bush in the sink, put water on it, and let it drain through. And there's nothing like just kind of cleaning up your bush, making the roots a little moist. It's very good for the plant. Next time, I'm going to stick my bush in the shower and hose it down. So I'll be reporting on that later. But yes, it's just flourishing. My bush is flourishing. Thank you.
We need Nana's giant bush merch, and anything Nana just said, sticking her bush. I got to get back to graphics because she made us some really great stuff for merch. We got a Nana's working out design. She's super talented. So with all the craziness going on, I have not been like, this is the one I like. Now let's make this happen. So I owe you a message. But we need some Nana's giant bush. Jacqueline's parody, thank you for
thank you for the super sticker. That's very nice, Jacqueline. Thank you.
Nana.
And yes, I did see where Up and Adam hit 100K. I did write to him.
Isn't that exciting?
Yes, I wrote to him and said, congratulations. Nana loves you.
Congratulations,
Aaron.
Adam. Nana loves you.
Now that
all right, Nana, I think we have an Ask Nana, and then we'll get to those comments, and we'll get into the episode finally. But Nana, the question for you is, do you know what a merkin is? And if not, it'll indicate to Ask Nana.
Ooh.
I think it's Ask Nana. Yes, good job, Nana. Good
Thanks.
Job.
Ooh,
So
I'm ready for Jeopardy. Okay, Jolene, what is a pussy?
All right, Nana. In the words of Matthew McConaughey. All right. What do you think a merkin is? Renee, great question. You guys can always pop in, Ask Nana. And if we pick it, we'll play the Ask Nana. And don't Google it. Are you cheating?
I was going to try to cheat, but I can't. No, I was going to try to cheat just to impress you guys, but I couldn't find my Google on here. So it's not. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it.
I don't want you to Google Actually, I might kind of want you to Google merkin, but let's see. What would your guess be, Nana? What is a merkin?
A merkin. Can you use it in a sentence?
Yes. Let's see. I was chilly, so I went online and bought a merkin.
Oh. Is it like a little muff that you put around your neck, like a little scarf?
It's a muff, all right. It's a muff, all right.
Closer to the muff than the scarf?
Closer to a muff.
Is it a sexual act?
No. But it's in a sexy place. No.
It's close to your vajayjay?
Yes. And you can purchase it.
It is it like a dildo?
Not a dildo, Nana.
But yeah,
if I was
some
chilly,
senators wore merkins. Billy Ball, you're so funny. We had a senator with that last name. Anyway, I love you, Bill. I love you.
You had Senator Merkin
mm-hmm.
in Minnesota. What area did he or she represent?
I think it was a Red Wing.
Oh God, that gets better and better. Senator Merkin in Red Wing.
I think it was Billy, tell me if I was right. I sometimes I've been away from the place so long I forget where everybody was.
Yeah, that poor senator. Let's change that senator's name. So
well,
Nana,
he's no longer a senator.
What is he now?
Well, probably a happy camper getting out of the Senate. Nana, you're so nasty, dear Dana. I think.
How about here's another clue before you answer. Good sentence uses, Renee. I need some double-sided tape to keep this merkin on.
Oh, it is a little like what you wear in your hair. What is that called? Like not a wig, but
weave.
Not a
extensions?
weave, but no, like what Alan Brady on Dick Van Dyke wore, and he had those.
Oh, like a
toupee, a toupee for your vajayjay.
Good job, Nana. A merkin is a pubic wig, especially for women. It is placed over the genitals to simulate pubic hair and to keep the private body parts from full exposure. So here is, let's pull up a.
Well, honey, why would you? Okay, if you wanted that, why are you shaving then? Just leave it be.
Well, maybe people can't get that full Nana bush, so they have to.
It's hard to get the full Nana bush. I'll give you that.
Merkin.
I will give you that every day. So every day.
That's what I'm saying. Okay,
no, after all, I did not look it up, but I did have when he said the double-sided tape. Renee said something about double-sided tape. I thought, when would I ever use double-sided tape lower than my waist? Well, that would be to put on a merkin.
A merkin. And here, let me show you. You can actually buy some. You guys, this is a shout out to our friends at Amazon, the new sponsor of 90 Day with Nana that they can't take away from us is the merkin.
Oh,
stop smirking at my merkin. Dare to wear body hair. So they have a landing strip, a ginger minge, hair by Harry Mary, and then a man eater.
People are making money on this. Oh my gosh. I'm with Tracy. Who the hell needs this? But people are making money on it. There must be a viable.
Yeah. I mean, somebody at one time was like, you know what? I would like a wig for my genitalia. And thus this was made. So stop smirking at my merkin. Dare to wear your body hair. And like I said, they have the different titles
for
there.
Your privates.
Yeah, maybe that is, some people, they really like a powerful bush, so they're, not everyone can just grow an organic bush. You need a little bit of help. Okay.
I think
Thank you, Bonnie. I'm so glad we helped you.
I could have lived my life not knowing this. See the stuff that they've come across now, Bonnie, in the old days, nobody even mentioned our area, even us.
No one knew you had a vagina back in your day or that it could be, a fun time. They didn't even know that.
Well, seriously, they didn't. And Billy
It
Paul
took the
keeps her
80s and
merkin
cocaine.
in the fridge. Yes.
Well, if you like to have like a chilled merkin, some people might like a warm one. Some people might want a chilled one.
I've never seen anything like that. And that comes at Amazon. My mom just Googled it. I tried,
Yes,
you guys.
Nana.
I just couldn't find my Google on here. I'm not really good with the phone, but it takes me a while. So I was down here like this going, oh no, it's not working because people know I'm cheating and I don't want to be a cheater on this. Game of Thrones used them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because when you are doing a show like that and they had a lot of private area shots, and maybe this was a way to kind of keep the under wraps, the genitals. And Aaron said, I would love to buy a Nana's Giant Bush t-shirt. Yes. And then Jamie's been asking for baby door merch. So we need baby door merch too. So, and graphics says on it. So not to put too much on graphics, but I'm telling you, she's super talented. So
that is funny.
There we go. We're another furry question, another furries. Okay. Yeah. A man came up with that for sure. For sure. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, I think so too, honey. I think you're right. Is that Chick Benny? Yeah, I think you're right, honey.
And Harry, yes. And Mary B said she should be getting a commission for the Harry Mary for sure. All the Harry Marys should be getting commission.
Isn't that something?
And you can mix and match. It's kind of fun.
How about if you go potty? Then what? Then you have to rip it off, or you just don't want to pee on it?
Well, I don't know if you know where pee comes from, Nana, but it's probably
as you get older, there is
lower.
I'm telling you, as you get older, you don't even know where pee comes from. It just, once you're sitting there a while going, okay, I know I have to pee. I know I have to pee. And it just dribbles from somewhere. It's not this steady stream.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, it's not power. You don't got the power stream you used to. All right.
No.
Speaking of power streams, let's get into these episodes. Now, me and Nana didn't recap. Do you have notes for 6 and 7? I think maybe we should go by couple.
Yes. Okay. Should we go by?
We'll just mix both the episodes kind of together because I feel like they went together because we were introduced to our new guy and all that stuff.
Yes. That new guy. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Doesn't he remind you of that guy with the trench coat? That was no. Remember that guy that wore the leather trench coat, and we all went, "Ooh!"
Oh, he's now hanging out with Andrew. Remember Andrew with the greasy hair? Andrew. I think he's hanging out with his ex, that Amira. I think he's hanging out with her. Also, Nana, did you guys hear? We have breaking 90-day news. Allegedly, have you heard any of the stuff about Alina?
I saw it in the chat.
Okay.
And now she wasn't the one saying racist things, right?
Yes,
Alina?
she was.
Oh, she was too? Oh,
yes.
God. Her and Jenny?
So many. Oh, I know. We got to talk about Jenny Wynn on Friday from Married to Bravo.
What the heck?
I'm telling you, these people. So exclusive. It's being reported by a lot of outlets. I think the first to report on this that's being passed around Instagram is Ashley's Reality Roundup. The Ashleys. I don't know about the Ashleys, but I like the name.
Okay.
So 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 Days start, Alina to be fired from the show. Editors scrambling allegedly to edit her out of season 5. So according to the Ashley's Reality Roundup.com, Ashley's Reality Roundup.com, shout out to you, Alina is about to disappear from the currently airing season of 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. The Ashley sources at TLC, the network behind the 90 Day spinoff, tell her that the decision was made over the weekend to hack Alina from the show due to multiple racist, racially insensitive, and offensive social media posts she's made in the past that have continued to surface. The Ashley sources tell her that the show's editors are currently scrambling to cut Alina, who hails from Russia and is appearing on the show with her Arizona-based man, Kaleb. The Ashley Can't confirm if Alina or Caleb have been notified yet that they're letting them go. So fans started demanding, Nana, Alina be removed from the show after her past social media posts kept surfacing. In one, Alina excitedly posts to Facebook that she's been invited to an N-word party, but she wrote out the N-word with an A at the end, which we all know. Nana, say it with us for everybody, for all those in the back. White people don't say the N-word, even in songs, even in quotes, even in ever. Don't say it.
Stop it. It's so demeaning. Start to care about your next door neighbor, your friends, people. Stop that talk. Stop it.
Okay. There was a stand-up comedian out of Minneapolis. I think his name is Brian. I forget his last name. He said he back in the day he did this joke. And back in the day, I mean like 6 years ago, did this joke where in rap songs, because for some people, some even in 2022, like white people, a lot of white people are still like, why can't we say it? It's in rap songs. And it's like, well, first of all, you shouldn't want to say it, but okay. But he said you change the N-word to neighbor. So every time you hear a song, and he would do it on stage where you would hear the N-word. If you're a white person, you just say neighbor instead. And I thought that's a genius freaking idea. Okay. So she posted this to Facebook that she's been invited to a N-word party in which participants are encouraged to dress hood, very problematic, and have a party featuring black music, quote unquote, and have fun in a, she used the word again, atmosphere. Then oh, good. And then there were then there was one where she had a picture of herself, and she, in another post to Instagram, Alina posted a photo of herself in traditional Indian clothing, kind of like what Jenny wore to her wedding to Summit, and captioned the post, got married today, became 134th wife.
You know what?
Save the comedy for the comedians. Let us fail at these jokes, not you. Okay. The producers are horrified, allegedly, that the stuff keeps coming out and keeps getting worse and worse. So first she had posted a picture of herself kind of dressed up like a guy with like facial hair and stuff. And then she used the word, but she, I think didn't use G's, she used Q's, but it was still the N-word. And then there was a Facebook post where she went to this party where she used the N-word multiple times in that post. And now there's this Indian 134th bride post. So it's a whole mess. Alina had said, she had come out and said, from Russia, she didn't know the severity of that word, but it's like, you seem to know quite a bit of the stereotypes.
Yes, you do. I mean,
behind it. So,
That's right.
Yeah.
And what's her friend's name that with the red hair? Josiah?
Elijah.
Josiah.
Mm-hmm.
Elijah.
You know what, Princess Poundcakes? You're right. Good riddance. They were awkward to watch. It wasn't very fun.
I don't think it was either, because he just kept putting her down and giving her excuses instead of just coming out and saying, thanks for the quick romp in the hay twice, and I gotta go. I'm sorry. It just, I have nothing good to say about these two.
Does she have text too?
No,
my God, I didn't. Someone link me to the text, because I didn't see that. I just saw all these problematic social media posts where she's using racist words, which just has to lead me to believe that, in fact, then she, is racist. So, oh my God. And some people are saying she lived in the U.S. long enough to know.
Oh yes. Stop it. Stop it. You know what?
The BS, I'm from Russia excuse. It's like, but you're using it in like this joking. No, but she's using it in this joking manner that makes it appear as though she does know the severity of the word and also all of the stereotypes and problematic, misconceptions that go along with it. So, and I think just by now and having a history of, like, you should have knowledge and a history of that word. We've seen it thrown around by a 90-day podcaster. John Yates said it 4 times on a live, and somehow he's still existing in this world. So, and he's a history and former history teacher, which is like, wow, that's problematic. So cancel Alina, cancel John Yates, and white people quit saying the freaking N-word,
So
you
what
don't
it-
need to say it. And if you
So
want
what
to
if-
say it, there's
okay.
something wrong with you. Go ahead. What is what, Nana?
So instead of that, the N-word people are saying to say neighbor? That doesn't make sense to me.
A comedian said that. Like, you know, because when people sing along to the songs,
Oh,
like
I see.
sometimes white people are like, but it's in a song, because there was a Bachelorette contestant a couple years ago, I think, that was like, I was just singing the lyrics to the song. But I think in 2022, we know enough to know now that, like, you just don't say it. The word has this history and this, like, I mean, it's such a word that has held people down for so long. So you just don't need to say it. So his joke was kind of like, it's not that hard to replace the word, to just not say the word or say neighbor. So that was just kind of a funny way to,
okay. I was
make it.
I'm sorry, I didn't follow that. I was like, okay, I didn't follow that.
Yes, JY was a history teacher, sadly. So any kind of time he's going to claim to be ignorant to this, that is then a willful ignorance. Because if you studied history, and he believes that the book White Fragility is similar to World War II Hitler type language, which in books, which it isn't at all. That's willful ignorance. When people are when they are educated allegedly and they know, yet they still do bad and don't use the knowledge they should have learned, that means they're willfully ignorant. And so there you go. There you go. So C. Cruz says, in a racist society, it's not enough to be non-racist. We must be anti-racist. Exactly.
I like that.
Exactly. It just shouldn't be part of our lives. That's sad. Yes. So they're going to get rid of her.
All right. Well, let's do this then. Caleb and Alina.
Caleb.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we know it's Caleb, but she can't seem to pronounce that. Caleb.
Mm-hmm.
They had sex the night before. Nobody cares. We don't even want to report on you. The idea that you're still living with your ex says something that you never told Caleb about. But here's your friend, and it's not Josiah, it's Elijah, comes in and says, yeah, let's play a game. Okay.
He put her business right on Front Street. Did you love it, Nana, that he just was like, here we go?
Well, I thought, you know what? I think he's getting tired of being put down by Caleb, and she's not coming to his defense. So he's probably thinking, here we go. Okay, drop the gloves. Let's go. And so we really don't care about this.
No, I mean, Caleb, they bang. She took a ride on his disco stick. But I think this is just going to give Caleb an excuse to get out of this relationship. But I did hear they were still together. So
no, I highly doubt it. Alina, this is my wish for you. I hope every hotel that you book does not have an elevator. Okay. All right. So,
well, we won't go that far because her disability. Like, Nana is a Scorpio. If you wrong Nana, like, people think, oh, Jolene's sassy. If you wrong Nana, good luck. That's why I don't tell Nana about any of the drama stuff, because Nana.
I just can't handle it, you guys. I seriously can't. Let's go to.
Nana's a savage. Nana is a savage.
I mean, seriously.
Bougie,
you know what?
Ratchet.
So what? Now what? Oh, yes, you're on the 14th floor. Okay, real good. Kimberly and Usman. She picks out another Soulja Boy t-shirt. They still have not kissed or spent the night together. Look at her. Oh my goodness, honey. Makeover. I wish Oprah was still on. She used to do those great makeovers.
Makeover, Will Robinson. Makeover.
They're running late for his video. Kimberly is waiting. Okay, this song's about his old girlfriend, Zara, but she doesn't understand that.
Zara.
Or doesn't. Mm-hmm. Is it Zara?
I think it's Zara, and Zara's gorgeous, but Zara didn't like all the ladies around him, so that's why they didn't work out. But she was another one he met online, another lady.
Well, honey, that's why me and Elvis never made it. I just couldn't stand all the other girls around. They're filming the music video. Usman, get your energy up. Do it for me.
Do it for mommy. I love. And she keeps like pulling her hair back like to the side. I'm like, girl. But on a sad note, Nana, her mom passed.
Oh, she did.
Who we see on the show, yeah, her sweet little mom passed. So,
she's
thoughts because.
there?
No, after now that the show's airing, she put out a thing saying that her mom had passed. So I really felt bad for her because I know she was her mom's, caretaker, and her mom was a cutie. So I don't want to ruin the jokes and the fun, but yeah. That's,
okay. Well, Jolene's
we have all this. I feel like a 90-day blogger. I got all the tea. Shout out to Ashley's Roundup. I mean, and you guys were saying in the chat, I think Hope was saying that this Ashley's Roundup, I'm going to start looking at. I had never heard of this blog, so now I'm going to start looking at ashleysroundup.com all the time because you're saying they're very credible, and I love a credible blogger.
I do too.
Yeah.
Up and Adam and Kempire. I've been, watching
100K. Next is Kempire. Kempire's going to hit 100K. If he does, yeah, he's pretty close, I think. And Up and Adam's 100. Like, that's so amazing. It's so exciting because you get the plaque. I want the plaque.
Well, that's what he said. He's going to put the plaque right behind him, next to the plant on the wall. I love it. So we're still at
real quick. Yes. Josiah, aka Elijah. Not to go back because I know you don't like Alina, and we're done with her. However, the fact that Elijah just walked in their room and had a key and was like, "Hey, you're doing it. Oh, I forgot my brush." And got his hair brushed and checked and saw them having sex. It's like, did you need your brush at 1 a.m.? He's like, I really did.
I mean, there is something up with Elijah. I wish he would be on 90 Day and, hook up with someone. I don't know. It could be.
Maybe he will.
Oh, I don't know.
Thank you, Hope. Thank you, Hope, for the info because I love a good, reliable blogger and they're hard to find. And so knowing that Ashley's Roundup is, love it. I just, every time I hear it, I think of the Real Housewives of Dallas, and it was that problematic, another racist, Leanne, whatever, but she was like, they're getting their D's asked at the Roundup. Because she was talking about people's husband going to this place in Dallas, the Roundup. The reality round. They're getting their D's asked at the round.
Oh, man. So we're still at Usman and Kimberly. Yes. I love the way he says her name. I can't wait till she leaves. The music video's over. Okay. Time to spend some good time together, she thinks. Usman, I really like you a lot. And Usman says to her, I really like you a lot. She says, well, I love you. How awkward. Oh, Kimberly is obsessed with Michael Jackson. They are shopping in these little markets on the street, which I just love. And she's putting a hat on him. Says, oh, Michael would have worn this. Well, no, he wouldn't. So he picked out a decent hat. She doesn't have very good taste. Well, either does he. She's been paying for everything, if everybody noticed. She bought him a hat and a bracelet, so now he's got, what did he get off of her? He got, not an iPad. What is that little computer thing?
He got a MacBook. And then he also got a place. Did he get a place? PS5.
PlayStation, yep. PS5. She wants him to stay in her room. He doesn't want to. Quit begging. They start to argue. She said she's not going to beg for sex, but she does like 5 more times in the episode. She walks off to go back to the hotel. She won't hold his hand. He knocks on her door. Later on, she lets him in. She thinks she's going to get some action. He puts 2 pillows between them and says he's not ready. Well, to me, I would take that as, wow, I don't think he's into me, or he's never going to get into me. So anyway,
he doesn't want to enter the kingdom of Baby Door on you, Kimberly. This was so, as Rowana's saying, Kimberly is giving Predator vibes. This was a kind of, I came all the way here. I spent all this money. You owe me dick. And it's like, if we were listening to a man saying this to a woman, we would be appalled.
It would be horrendous. Yes. So, it would be horrendous.
And it's like, he's not going to give
all
up
the best.
The D. He's not going to give up the D to her. He put pillows in between and she's like, are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to
Oh,
do anything.
honey.
We're not gonna have any sex. And he's like, I'm very sure. I think he was just afraid that my theory is he slept in the room because after he got the presents, he took the PS5 and the MacBook back to his room. But then later she said, no, we're going to keep it in my room because I don't trust your friends. Because you could see her saying that as critical as she is of his friends and his manager and stuff. So then he said, well, I got to sleep by the PS5 and the MacBook. I think that's really what went down is he just was looking at it longingly all night. Okay.
Oh,
So
I just,
what do you think of that theory?
I think it's a good theory. I don't think she took it back, though. I really don't. She's not taking anything away from him. She wants
No,
to
I mean, she's keeping it for safekeeping until she gets a little dick. She's like, let me hold it for you, baby. Just as when they're at the music video shoot, she was like, he should have his outfits ready. What's going on? You guys don't have his stuff right. This is ridiculous. This woman has never done a video shoot in her life.
No.
She just owns all of his t-shirts and thinks she's going to come in and she's going to call shots. And then on the way home, she got in a fight or, an argument or whatever, which seems to happen quite a bit with his friends or
with the friends.
The managers in the back.
Is it a manager or is it? And she starts it out, and we're thinking, oh gee, she's going to say she's sorry.
Oh gee.
Oh geez. Do I sound Minnesotan? Oh,
that was real Fargo,
Oh geez.
There you go.
And they don't want to hear from her, and he's very upset. She says, "Look at him. He's sound asleep," and she's got a cushy lap for him to sleep on. I bet they're looking at her like, oh, would you stop? Are you really going to be with this woman? So no, he's not. And I think they're going to go through this whole thing and they're never going to get together. And I wish them well. Okay, goodbye.
And Soulja Boy would put, do I get to talk at all, Nana, with this too?
No, I get so excited about this. I'm so sorry. So sorry.
So Soulja Boy, he's like he's telling his friends, I got to make her feel a little important. So she might yell at you guys. And you can tell they're like, it's like kids, it's like teenagers in the back. Okay, cool. Yeah, whatever. She thinks she's doing something, which is really sad. She thinks she's doing something.
Yeah, she's doing absolutely nothing. And I think they're figuring out how many days they have with her still and who's going to drive her to the airport. Renee saying that's the closest he's gotten to the baby door. Renee, that's funny.
It's true. Anyway, he wanted more exposure for his music. He kept calling her a fan, and she's hoping to graduate from fan to something else. It's like, honey, no. And like Forever Young is saying, yes, secondhand embarrassment, Nana.
Oh, yes.
Kimberly.
Isn't that true? Kimberly. Oh, no. I just, Oh, so want to go to Hansa and Memphis? I am over this. We're moving on. I mean,
this is so romantic.
Oh my gosh.
Look at her, beautiful. Just so romantical. It's beautiful.
I know. I mean,
Nana's hair is beautiful. Short stack.
Thanks, honey. Look at this. I mean, this is just like nuts. I need to get a cut.
Your hair's always great. Thank you, Barbara. All right. So which couple do you want to go to next, Nana? How about Mr. Farty Balls? Can we go to Farty Balls?
Oh, God, let's do it. All right, I got to see where I'm at here. Okay. And that's Mike and his little main squeeze. Jimena. I know I always say it wrong.
We'll call him Farty Balls.
Yeah, it is. New guy, not the new guy. Don't do the new guy. Mike and Jimena. He took her to a resort to have some alone time. Someone tooted. It was him. He was on top.
Oh my God. It's too early to be farting in front of each other, but it might slip and happen. However, what's worse? Having someone want to kill you, the hitman dating, or farty balls? I'll pick farty balls. Well, it depends on how much farty balls there are. But so far, we've just had one farty balls. But apparently, he burps.
And
he doesn't pick up his clothes.
Well, doesn't that just come with territory? I mean, they can pick up their clothes. I heard about that. Yeah,
some men
and they can walk like 10 steps to the laundry chute. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah. I think gay men, I think they can do it sometimes. Yeah, I don't know a lot. I've never dated a gay man, but I've dated straights, and straights, there might be a little bit of training that goes along with the straights, you know. So
I think you're right. I think
mhm.
yeah, I think you're right. We
Too
need
many beans.
Atharella, we need to get him
Beano.
some Beano, something. You just don't. I mean, if you're just getting to know each other and you're farting. How long did it take before, in a relationship before you can
Well,
do
I
that?
had one sneak out and then I cried in front of Chell. I swear to God. I was popping Beano, but it wasn't Beano. It was Gas X, like nobody's business, because we were hanging out a lot. And I was just popping Gas X. And then one morning, I stood over him, like, wake up, being all cute. And then it popped out of my butt. And he goes, did you step on a plastic bottle? Because it was so harsh because it had been held for so long. My poor stomach, because I was 29 years old, and I'm just I'll just pop all the Gas X so that I just never, and I was thinking, this is genius. Why doesn't everybody do this? And you never have to fart again. And then I realized, here's why you don't. You're not supposed to take it that much, but I was hanging out with him all the time. And so I was just shoving these Gas X. I stood over him, and it sounded like, when you step on like an empty water bottle and it cracks, it goes, it was like that. And then he goes, did you step on a water bottle? And I said, I farted. And then I started crying. And he fell in love. So I don't know. We're married and we've been together since, officially since 2010, but we were dating in 2009. But I mean,
that's when you were still friends. That's what you told me. We're just friends.
We were, we were lying to people saying we were just friends because we were both newly out of other relationships and we just didn't think we were ready. But we just couldn't stop farting in front of each other. And but I was the first to, and I was mortified. But the good thing was, being two comedians, we ended up laughing, and he was like,
"Oh, you gotta laugh at it. It's just."
But then
it's a bodily function
me for it.
Well, and rightly so. It's a bodily function that you try to control because you just.
This one was I made a diamond. It was like literally like I stepped on an empty Aquafina bottle. And he was like, did you step on a plastic bottle? And I was like, I farted, and then cried. And he thought it was great. So.
Oh, it is. It's embarrassing. Okay, I'll give you that. But as you get into your 60s, you can just walk along and go toot, toot, toot. I don't know where it comes from.
Oh my God.
It's so sad.
I got to post that video of you, Nana. My favorite thing.
Do that. I knew you were
do
going
to
to say
Nana.
that. Don't do that.
Early when TikTok came out. I think it was TikTok. And no, it wasn't TikTok. It was Snapchat or something.
Snapchat, and don't do that. Okay, I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
Just
it's
listen.
embarrassing.
You don't even know what I'm going to say.
I do. We were in Target, and she's putting along. Yes, I already know.
No, but you didn't even fart. Well, one time you did. The second time you didn't. And then my favorite thing to do was going into Target, go, Nana, really loud, did you fart? And she'd be like, stop. And I'd follow her around. And it was so hilarious to me, not to Nana. But
I just didn't think
I have those videos still, Nana.
Well, let's just hang on to them. Super sticker, Forever Young. Thank you very much. That's very nice. Gosh.
Thank you so much, Forever Young.
We're going to go right past that. 174 people watching. And how many likes do we have? You see the likes. I don't. I mention that every episode. But,
yes.
And how many likes do we have?
I think we don't have close to 174. So get those likes up. Yes, my friend Nicole, we call her Duck Butt Helmet. We called Nicole a duck butt. We love Nicole because she would have these like duck-like farts. And we would say she stepped on a duck. So yeah, farts can be so funny, but when you're trying to be cute or sexy and then you fart, which happened with Mike, he's laying on top of Jimena, they're making out, they newly got into their beautiful Colombian like resort looking out into the woods and then he's like, and she's like, is this dude for real? I would rather a hitman.
Oh, I think I would too. You know what your dad and I do? In the morning, that's what men do. They fart. And I'm sorry. And afterwards, I'll go, and then we both go, Oh, say, can you see?
You
Every
two
time.
are so
Every time.
weird.
Thank you. That's what we do. It's this. Oh, say, can you? Well, it's kind of, yeah. Anyway, it's a little patriotic, but not much. Anyway, so
And
he
says
leaves his
he
clothes.
leaves his clothes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He leaves his clothes. He farts and burps, LOL, and spends money on her. If you spend a decent amount of money on me, you can fart away.
Well, look at the things that he's bought her already and the things that he's put up with already. I mean, there's been some really daggers to him. I mean, he wanted children, and now she finally told him that she did have her tubes tied because she just didn't
well,
care
not
to
even
have
tied.
any.
She had them
Cauterized.
severed. She
Cauterized.
had them burned and murdered, and they can never come back because he was like, okay, well, maybe not that bad. I'm devastated, but maybe you could. I've heard of untying. He talks into his device. Can you translate into Spanish? Can you untie your tube? She's like, I murdered my tubes. I set them on fire. I'm an arsonist in my uterus. We're done here. They are gone. They are burning. Have you ever heard the song Burning Down the House? That's my ovaries, my uterus, everything is burned. I had it removed. I had it shipped to another continent where they started on fire again. Now people do fire walking across it in their bare feet as some kind of corporate, team building activity. It's over. So it's done, Nana. There's no coming back.
No, there
ever.
Isn't. No.
It's over. Okay.
No, once you have
At
them
least he didn't buy her a
cauterized.
toothbrush.
Oh my gosh. That couple is just nuts. So Mike, and say it again, Jimena. I'm gonna get this right. So they go to the resort. She tells him about the hitman, and he's worried. He says his name first. Well, should I be worried that he's going to come after me, or you, or the kids? I mean, there's your hierarchy. He brings himself into that right away. Honey,
and she goes, I mean, I don't know. It's been a couple years, so he could kill us. He could not kill us. We don't know. It's kind of fun living on the edge. Like, that's what she explained.
I just don't think that. I think he keeps seeing these, he's seeing the red flags, but he's also seeing somebody that he's sleeping with. I don't know.
He's seeing the hottest girl who's ever let him touch her boobs, and he's like, is this worth murder? Like, this is how most men maybe brain works. It's like, and I could die and I might be being used, but this is the hottest chick I've ever been with. So
maybe not.
Let's roll with possible murder.
Oh my gosh.
Murder.
I feel bad for her kids. I know she's trying to find a dad for her kids. I get that. That's nice. I think the boys need a father, but maybe not this way. But she doesn't have very good
secrets. But isn't there another secret that she went back to get pregnant when he was in jail, or did she already share that with him?
I don't think she shared that he was in jail at the time when she got pregnant. I don't think so. I mean, they just look awkward together. They really do. So she calls her sister. I'm grossed out by the burps. I'm grossed out by the farts. Sister said to talk to him about this. He leaves his clothes on the floor. She feels he's acting like a little boy. She says, and I already have two. Okay.
Well, Kemi says, I think she's dating him so she can get out of the country. That wouldn't surprise me. That's a great point, because if this hitman ever does decide he wants to come back, get out of there. Get out of there.
I know. I mean, she put herself in a lot of different places, hasn't she, in her young life?
But I think, like she said, she didn't know he was a hitman until, they'd already been together for a little bit. You never know when you're dating a hitman. You just don't know. You could have, well, not you, Nana, because you went right from high school to dad high school. But I could have dated a hitman. I mean, I don't think any of the guys I dated before Cho were that clever, but I could have, I never know. No, I think I dated a couple gay guys, probably. You just don't know sometimes. You don't know.
No, granted.
You don't know. Jokes. You don't know. You just don't know.
I don't know. Let's go. Let's leave these lovers alone to stink up the room And let's go to Ella and Johnny. Oh my gosh. Don't you feel bad for Ella? Do you feel bad for her?
No.
Oh, okay. Why don't you? Because is she too demanding in your?
No.
Okay.
I just don't feel bad for her. I feel like they're both kind of getting what they're putting into it. And I kind of feel like she's at this point, Ella, where, let me pull up a picture of her, where I get that things keep changing, but it's also a global pandemic. He's on another continent.
I know.
And he has kids and all this other stuff. So yeah, no, I don't feel bad for her. You kind of know what you're getting into. Maybe in Idaho, the pannekuchen wasn't that bad, but I mean, it was pretty bad everywhere else and still is.
Oh,
so.
I think it is. But I think because she's on a ranch, she isn't surrounded by people all the time, in close proximity.
Ella is awful and selfish. Oh my God.
Well, and that's another way of putting it.
Yeah. I mean, that is a way to definitely put it. I don't even think I took that many screenshots of her, but I got to find one. She met with her friends.
Yeah. And the friends are not liking this idea. This isn't the first time he said, I'm not coming over to the US. So it's not the first time. So I think that they think he's stringing her along. She got a text from Johnny. He can't meet with her. His parents don't want him going to Idaho. He doesn't. Parents don't want him to leave because that's their bread and butter. And she meets with two friends. Girlfriend thinks he's hiding something from her, and she is just devastated. Now she kind of drew the line in the sand and said, this is it. You get here. This is what I want. So.
And I want it now. And she's kind of like a child about this, So now they're going to go through, she wants him to go through the Dubai route. And then he would quarantine for 2 weeks there and then come to the US. And Rwana's saying Ella should just meet him in Dubai for 2 weeks. Why does their first meeting need to be 3 months?
Well, that's true. Because he wanted to become a redneck cowboy. And I don't think you can do that in 2 weeks. Maybe.
It's going to take a while he's going to have to listen to like Toby Keith. Maybe he's going to have to go to, does Toby Keith still have a bar? I love this bar. He's going to have to do that. He's going to have to, maybe
I don't know.
Old school Shania. I don't know. Maybe pick up Garth Brooks' The Hits on the way and herd a couple how do you herd? You go, woo, I mean, there's a way to do it. You got
there is a way to do it.
That's a lot. Yeah, she's Veruca Salt vibes. Good description from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh.
I want it, Daddy, and I want it now. I want my Asian prince, and I want him now. Like that's how she is.
Does she have a dad in the picture, or is it just mom? Because when she talks, it's only mom. She's talking to her mom.
And her mom seems to be like, you keep getting disappointed. And
I know.
I'm afraid it's going to happen again. So I think her mom sees that she has this kind of immaturity about her, especially when it comes to the world. And she is still, I think, in her 20s, right?
She is in her 20s, and she has no color sense. Anybody that paints their house purple. But anyway.
I do like that she's Wiccan, though. I really want her to bring back her coven, and I want them to I know they did a spell or whatever so that Johnny could come over, but maybe they need to do something a little bit stronger because that spell didn't seem, I saw people sharing memes on Instagram. Like, obviously it didn't work because we need more of the Nancy vibe like this, Nana.
I bind you, Nancy, from doing harm against other people and harm against yourself. Wait. I bind you, Nancy, from doing harm against other people and harm against yourself. Wait! I bind you, Nancy, from doing harm against other people and harm against yourself. I bind you, Nancy.
I bind you, Johnny, from not coming to the America.
Oh my!
It's just that. That's not even that scary of a movie, Nana.
Oh,
it's from the 90s. The Craft.
Okay, it is to me. When you guys had like slumber parties and stuff, did you guys do the Ouija stuff? And then
Light
I
as a
do
feather, stiff
believe
as a
in
board,
Mary
light as
Worth.
a
I
feather.
do believe in Mary Worth. I do believe in Mary Worth. Do you remember saying that over and over again?
We did light as a feather, stiff as a board, and we also did Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
Okay.
If you say that in the mirror 3 times, she
Then
comes
what?
to kill you.
Oh God.
I'm not really here. I'm a ghost. And then we used to do this thing called, people did this thing called Space Monkeys. I would pretend I did it, but they hold you up against a wall like this with your neck until you pass out.
Oh, that doesn't sound right. I know the levitation thing with the 2 fingers and you.
Light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Is that what that
Stiff
is?
as a board. Light as
Oh,
a
is
feather,
that-
stiff as a board. Light as a
oh.
feather. Yeah. But I think most like real Wiccas, like Wiccan covens, they don't do that stuff. That's just teenage stuff. I think when you're a powerful.
See, and I
you know.
wasn't sure what you were
Mhm.
talking about, that Wiccan. I thought you started talking about some furniture, wicker furniture. I wasn't sure. Okay.
So so then she talks to her friends because she's like, hey, I have a friend who has an Asian husband, same. And you're like, not the same.
Not the same. No.
Look at her friends, look at her too. They're just like, oh,
Well,
okay.
Is this her husband then?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. They both look young.
And I
but he
don't
looks really young.
believe he's Chinese. I think she just is kind of like, oh, your husband's Asian. Like, I think she's pulling one of those. Like, let me ask what it's like for you. And it's like, I don't even think they're from the same area. So let's just say Ella has a lot of growing up to do.
She does. I don't see Johnny coming to the United States. I think he really loves the idea of just talking to her on the phone, seeing her big boobs. I think that's what he wants.
Nana talking to her on the phone, seeing her big boobs. Yeah,
that's all he
he's
wants.
already able to pleasure himself. Because
Yeah.
once he gets to the U.S., then everything becomes real. Then he's really got to ride the bull. He really has to help her with the, because he's going to make food for her. He's got to cook. It's a lot of work. And Robin C, shout out to Robin C, says, I remember that chant, Nana.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you. I mean, someone in my age group has to remember that. Wiccan equals wicker. I just saw it, because of Louis Anderson passing, they were showing clips of his stand-up, and he has a thing about wicker, and that's what made me think of wicker.
Renee
Golden
says,
Girls and
Golden
their
Girls.
Wiccan. Yes, remember? Oh, that was just
wicker.
My mom had the rose-colored walls, and all those. Those 80s.
Haru said, direct quote from Ella, Asian was my thing.
Asian was my thing. Okay.
It's they both seem to be kind of fetishizing each other. It's weird.
I don't.
Okay, the friend's husband is from Thailand. So yeah, that's a whole nother place.
Oh, please.
Whole nother place.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No. And
the women on this season are total creeps, Rowan says. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You're really not, honey, except for Jasmine, okay? Except for Jasmine. Gino and hello.
I get these weird screenshots. Sorry. I looked on
that's
okay.
Okay.
So we're going to
I'm sorry, Gino and
transition.
Jasmine. We're transitioning. We're gonna make a smooth transition. I do believe in Mary Worth. I do believe in Mary Worth. I do believe in Mary Worth. There they are. See, now it looks like he got a new shirt, not new shorts. So
I mean, he still looks like the grown-up problem child. If the kid who was in the movie Problem Child with John Ritter grew up, this is the outfit he would wear if he lost all his hair,
he's a big fan favorite. Gino is.
Really?
He's a huge fan favorite. I heard that either on Campfire or Up and Adam, or otherwise, I'm not sure.
Are you making this up?
No, I'm not. He is a huge fan favorite for this season. He is huge. I think people,
that guy,
Gino, he wants
here on the screen.
That's him. The little hat. I think people want him to kick Jasmine to the curb, and they're just waiting around for it because everyone's like, is so problematic.
Really?
Yes. Yes, he is a fan favorite. And Gino's
Everyone's like, who, Gino?
No, serious. I heard it. Now, I think if I went back to either, was it Campfire or was it Up and Adam? Someone told me that he's
Nana's
a fan
ice cold
favorite.
tea. Probably wrong, but we love it anyways. Thank you, Nana, for that breaking ice cold tea news. Gino is everyone's favorite. Everyone wants to bang him. So hot, sexy. You get an electric toothbrush, Oral-B from Target, $39.99. The pink one. I got it. She's got it. We all got it now. Okay.
I know.
You got any other stale tea, Nana?
Such a thoughtful gift. Do I have any other stale tea? I don't think so. It comes to me in waves. Okay.
Okay. Well, you just let us know when the next wave hits. Okay.
All right. I will. Thank you. Thank you. I will.
Yeah.
But let's talk about them a little. Jasmine's friends are in town. Did I jump ahead there because I had more on Jasmine and Gino?
Well, Jasmine and Gino, we did see Jasmine freak out while she's working out. First of all, don't talk to me while I'm working out. First rule of Jasmine working out, don't talk to Jasmine while working out. Also, don't mention anything to do with your ex. Even if you didn't mention anything to do with your ex, I will find a way to mention about your ex because the color of your walls, that dumb bitch probably picked out. And I will stab her, and I'm not going to go in your house and look at some red wall and blue wall that your dumb bitch slut ex-wife picked out. That's how she is. And then she just freaks out. And it's like, he didn't really bring her up. You did. And also, what? I've never, I mean, this is insane in the membrane. This is crazy.
You are so right. Because she does keep bringing the X up, the X up, the X up. Sunshine can too. Thank you.
Thank you, Sunshine.
I love that name. Sunshine can too. Sounds like a tropical isle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she was furious about the Christmas gift, and I don't blame her. I think he could have done better. I mean, and she's got a lot of nerve. She just does.
Well, Nana, it doesn't matter. She didn't get what she wanted. You know what she did? She booked a trip for them that's going to cost him, what did she say, $1,200? Did you see the look on his face when he had to drop $1,200? You know, his Discover card is maxed out. He's got to get the separate Discover card that he originally got to combine with the no interest, even though you're technically not supposed to do that. Sometimes they let it slide. And so it's at a 39.99 interest rate. He's going to put this 12. He's going to be paying this off until, you know, he's dead.
They never let it slide. They make
$2,500.
They make you go to another card. Yep. They will not take it. Like, let's just say, off the top of my head, Capital One and a Capital One to make it into a smaller amount. They will not do it.
No.
Okay.
No. So when she said, I booked this trip. And I did it in Panama where we're at. I booked a beach trip because you didn't get me a good enough present. So I just, you're going to pay for it. And that's that about that. And he's like, excuse me. But then he says, okay, I guess I'm going to do it. Then that's when they start talking about, as she's lifting weights, they start talking about the wall color. And she's like, your bitch wife probably picked it and I'll kill her. I'll stab her. And he's like, well, I don't think we have to call her my bitch ex-wife. We don't have to. And she's like, this is the most hurt I've ever been. I'm not going to look at those bitchy red walls that you used to have sex with. He's like, the walls? What? And she freaked out, yelled at him, and went back to the room after doing her reps.
I know. He was just sitting there just like a little kid. Now just sit there. And she tells him, just sit. Don't talk. Do this. Do that. Talk. She is just, I don't care for that girl.
Man, I don't care for that girl. She's just not one of my favorites. I don't care for her. Tickled and pink. I'm sorry, but also you're welcome. You're addicted to Project Makeover. It's a very fun game. I haven't played it in like a week or so now, which is the longest I haven't played it in a while. So, yeah. Can you imagine having to wake up next? No, I would charge him for a $2,500 trip as well. I would. Okay.
No, even though he's a fan favorite.
He's a fan favorite. Everybody loves Gino and his Hatto. That's a hard diss from Nana. It really is. So then she decides she's so jealous. She's jealous of the color of his walls because possibly his ex and him picked it out. How dare you? So she's like, you know what? But you know me though, I'm going to have a party with my
Oh my
friends
gosh.
because I'm
Hello.
officially divorced, but your exes don't exist to you. But I'm going to go celebrate with my friends. You are going to help me pick out my sexy dress. He picked out one dress. She said, nah, just kidding. I'm going to go with this one. And then put my shoes on. I'm going to leave you in the room with your bad dad sandals.
I know.
And you're going to
my
pack for
God.
us. And then I'm going to go get some crotch to the face. I'm going to go get some random wiener to the face while you fold our clothes and figure out how you're going to get another Discover credit card to pay off the trip I booked for us that you're going to pay for. That's our fan favorite.
That's the fan favorite. And what kind of underwear are these? I've never heard of them.
Oh, this is like this stripper undies, the stripper jockey. And it looks like it's the pain reliever, I think is that's what he calls his member, the pain reliever.
Oh. Okay.
He comes in, he's like, "Hey ladies, can I relieve some pain?" And then he starts
he
putting
goes
his
right
member.
No. Did that
right to the
surprise
face.
you that she accepted that? Did that surprise you?
But it did not surprise me because people who tend to be that jealous and weird tend to be very hypocritical and are that way because they themselves, something in them, they're cheaters. You know, you might have also been cheating, but you're most likely got a wandering eye cheater. You don't have the best intentions. So she's just like, I'm going to take a dong to the face, but you better change that paint color in your house. How dare you?
Isn't that something?
That hurts me. But these balls to the face are really helping. You know, I think she needed this because that was really traumatic what happened to her. So she needed some balls to the face to,
sometimes that's the only thing that makes you feel better then. Okay.
Sometimes her friends get her drunk. Well, I shouldn't say her friends. She gets herself drunk. Then this guy shows up and is like, "Hey, did anybody call for a dong to the skull?" And she's like, "I love skull dongs." And sure enough, he just hops on pop. And and all of a sudden, this is our super jealous lady. Can you imagine if Gino would be murdered if he did this?
Oh my God. We would never see Gino. We'd just see that little hat on the floor and maybe a part of his sandal.
Show your head. So yeah, I mean, this was her friends know, like all her friends that we've met this season know how cuckoo bananas she is.
Absolutely.
And yeah, Tess, exactly. That's how Tess says, that's how I cope too. They have COVID safe drive-thrus, I hear, for skull donging and face balling. Exactly. It is, it's a very difficult time in the world for everybody, and everybody deserves a good skull dong and a face balling as long as it's consensual. It's a beautiful thing. Okay. Yeah. Gino can't tip the servers, but she can take a tip to the vag, to the baby door, straight to the door. Straight to the door.
I thought, oh my gosh, look at her. I mean, that surprised me. I didn't think her friends were going to do this. I didn't think her friends would do this to her.
Look at her friends like, oh, that looks fun. I'd like to try that next, that position. I'd like to do that. See your friend peeking around the side there. And he was so embarrassed. This poor guy, the skull donger, he can't show his face. He can't show his face. He's got sunglasses on the whole time.
Oh, he does. Do you think she had a merkin on?
I think she had a merkin and she's hiding her merkin right now.
I think she's just hiding her merkin. That's right.
That stripper does have tiny nipples, Mary B.
I never. Oh my God, they look like little M&Ms, if you will.
They do look M&M-y. Oh, I'd say maybe even Skittles.
Really? Do you think
Taste the rainbow? Yeah.
Wish I would have said that. Anyway, I'm sorry. I do. I wish I would have said that. That's
emotional support dongs are the new thing. Exactly. If you can bring your emotional support pet everywhere, which I am all for, why can't you bring your emotional support dong? Okay.
I know. Come on. Put a little leash on it and away you go.
Yes. I mean, she's just having a grand old time and just getting wasted with her buddies because she's now divorced officially. So then they decide to what, Nana? They go back up to the room.
I know. Oh, they're just showing that little butt, but they can't show the butt crack.
No, crack kills. I don't know if you heard, but crack kills.
Crack is whack.
Crack is whack. Crack kills. Nobody wants to see crack. I was behind a guy at Target the other day. He was bent over his cart. We're in self-checkout. I know you hate self-checkout. And there was crack on demand.
Takes away jobs.
I knew you were going to say that. So then the friends decide, we hate her so much. Here's what happened. And they show it to Gino.
They go to Gino's room, and Gino's looking at the other guy walking in like, oh, I thought there wasn't any guys. She said it was only, her girlfriends getting together.
It's her guy friend who he met, remember?
Yes, but
he met that guy.
They didn't say
I'm pretty sure that guy's gay.
Either. Okay. Is that the hairdresser? Was he a hairstylist or something? Okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So then she shows him, one of the friends show him, poor Gino, this. And the look on his face was like, oh my God, he couldn't believe what he was seeing.
Gino he had tears coming out of, his scalp.
Gino was morose. Yes.
He was morose. He was very morose, Nana. Good word usage. And he's like, so you did what? And she's like, oh, it wasn't a big deal. And I'm thinking, if he had done that, he would be a whole Dateline episode. So here's Gino just smelling his nails, sitting on the bed, like.
Not sure. Okay, maybe
how am I going to pay this $2,500 off?
Oh, I know. I feel, well, he gets what he deserves, I guess. So then they sit down and talk after the friends leave, because the minute that video was shown to him, the friends got the idea, I don't think he likes this. No.
They're like, bye, Jasmine. Good luck. Like, her friends hate her for sure for doing that.
Well, I think so too. She doesn't have any friends. She's the kind of person that doesn't know how to be a friend. She certainly doesn't know how to be a girlfriend, at least a good girlfriend. And the suitcase is on the bed, Atharella, because they're packing to go on this wonder trip that he's going to be paying for.
That he can't afford.
He can't afford. Oh, poor little guy. He's
biting his fingernails like Hope said, because he's very nervous. And he's just like, how am I going to pay this? And he's crossing his legs and dotting his I's and crying on his T's and won't take his hat off. And she's getting dongs to the skull. So there you go.
In the same
his luggage was filled with hats. All hats. He had so many hats to bring. You have your sleep hat, your shower hat, your breakfast hat, your lunch hat, your snack hat. You have your TV hat. You have your after dinner drink hat. You have your movie hat.
I love it. I love it. And then those shoes. So she says, she could see that he was upset about it. And she says, I'm sorry. And he says, how do you think that makes me feel? And she says, I'm sorry. I feel bad. You're not going to do this again, right? He says, let's go to bed. So all's forgiven. All's forgiven.
Such a sad shot of Gino that I had to grab when I was watching it. I was
a
screenshot of him through the doorway.
Now, when you say screenshot, are you taking this with your camera? Is that how?
No, I take it on my computer. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a little too high tech
for me. But the suitcase on the bed, yes, is dirty. Like you want to it's the same reason you don't put the bottom of your purse is really dirty too. So you want to put it on tables or surfaces you eat on.
Oh, okay.
Even though I'm guilty of it, but I do like to grab, wipe the bottom of my purse because there's a lot of germs there. Us ladies, we put them. Nobody has hooks for us anywhere we go. We need a hook. Got a hook.
It's true, especially when you're in the bathroom. You're always looking for a hook. Where can I put this purse? Mm-hmm. Dong shots to the face are forgivable. Coffee buzz. I couldn't have said it better.
As long as it doesn't go in anywhere, it just, like a dong to the head like this. It doesn't insert mouth, nostril, ear.
You think so?
It's forgivable. Yeah, but insertion is a little harder to forgive. Thrifty Diva says he bought the sandals when he was buying her toothbrush. Exactly. These are definite Walmart sandals.
You think so? They look like leather. They look pretty good, I think. I don't know.
Pleather.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So as we bid a fond adieu to Jasmine and Gino, which is a fan favorite. Let's go to this new guy that they introduced us to, shall we?
Oh, Nana, not the new guy.
Oh, it's Ben most people would turn
Bend
you
over.
away. Yes, they would. Okay,
Is his
so
name Ben?
yeah,
Oh, I
52
didn't
years
even
old
catch.
from Michigan. Yeah, because I thought of the Michael Jackson song right away about the rat, and I think he is one. And I think he's being
Which
taken.
song?
Ben, most people would turn
That's a
you
Michael Jackson song?
away. Yes.
I've never heard. I don't think I've heard it before.
Be sure you have.
Okay. Which album is it on? Off the Wall? Sounds like an Off the Wall song.
No, I don't think Ben is on there. I think it was prior to Off the Wall.
I want to love you, Ben. Pretty Ben thing. I want to.
I love that.
Pretty Ben thing.
Oh, it was the best, that Off the Wall album. But Ben, there was a movie, and he did the soundtrack for it being Ben.
Was it Bend Over?
It wasn't Bend Over. It was really a shot to Michael. But Catfish Ben, yes. See, now when did Ben come out, the movie? I would say 86. That would be
Ben?
my guess.
The song about the rat. Hope knows what you're talking about. See?
Yes.
I'm the only one that doesn't know. Ben was from a movie. You guys are all so smart.
Yeah.
So, well, this Bend Over is definitely getting catfish. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Or bend overs about it. Right?
He is. And there is no bend overs about it. He really is. Because once you hear her name, Mahogany, and see and it's a Jackson,
Nana, because
Nikki, you're right. Jackson 5 album. Yeah, it wasn't when he was on his own.
This totally looks like someone that he's been chatting with online. Also, totally appropriate for a 50-some-year-old man and this newly 24-year-old woman. This doesn't look catfish at all. I don't know what you guys are talking about. That's crazy.
I mean, everybody's got a waist like that. I think just seeing Ben would be a big waste. Ben is the album name too. I didn't know that. That's
1972.
Really 1972. That's the year I graduated from high school. Why didn't I know that? Here I'm thinking it went more into the 80s. But remember our old neighbor Nora? Oh my God, Nora and I used to have so much fun together. We went up to the kickoff bar. We walked up there. Oh my God, she was so much fun. And so did her sister, was supposed to be up there with this new boyfriend of hers.
Was his name Ben?
Yes. And
no way.
Yes. The new boyfriend's name was Ben. And we went up to the open window at the bar and started singing this song to her. And we thought we were hilarious. She didn't think it was very funny. Anyway, I guess she had to be there.
You ruined her date.
Too bad.
Yes, it totally. This woman, Mahogany, looks like a teenager. I mean, this guy is a whole crackpot thinking that this is real, and also that he would even want someone who looks this young. And let me show you. I'm going to pull up a screenshot of who I think was the star of this episode, and the only person I want to hear from.
Okay, I'm just trying to think who that would be. Who would that be?
Ben.
Oh, I do.
No
I do.
Spoilers.
All right,
no
I
spoilers.
won't say
I gotta
it.
find my screenshot.
I'm guessing. Can I write it in the thing what I think it is?
No. Well, I'm just going to tell you it's her and her mom.
Yep, I was going to say his daughter.
I love her. I love all her facial expressions to her creepy dad and him saying you might be getting a 24-year-old stepmom. And also this isn't the first time that I've said that I'm going to go somewhere to pick up a basic kind of teen bride to bring back.
Yes.
And then, but he was catfished. I mean, just this little girl she's everything. Her facial, everything is just like, I can't imagine having a dad and like that, who was just like, I know I just got catfished and yeah, I'm giving her money and yeah, but I just wanted to get you guys all together here. Now that daddy's hot, daddy got abs, daddy's going to go get himself another really young looking bride. I might get catfished. I might not. I might take from your college fund. I might not. But daddy needs to get his rocks off because daddy was a very conservative, whatever religion we were. That was boring. Daddy didn't get his wiener touched enough. But daddy still believes that daddy can't get his wiener touched without marriage. So daddy needs to marry the teenagers, allegedly, before daddy can get the wiener touched.
It is disgusting.
Because daddy's still religious, somewhat.
It is disgusting. I mean, the young
How dare you, Nana? It's what Jesus wants for him. He said, this is what people love to interpret what Jesus would do, and Ben loves to interpret what Jesus would want. And Jesus would want this disappointment on his daughter's face as he tells her, I'm going to go chase some 23-year-old tail.
That is the same as going to the Epstein Island. Get real. This is the same crap. And we got to quit seeing this stuff, and we got to quit, saying, well, that boys will be boys, and he's just, he's lonely. Oh, bull. Find somebody your own age. Your wife's just happy.
She's my hero, too.
She is happy to be rid of him.
It's like, you think you wasted your life? Homie, I wasted my life with you. You're creepy. Because now so he was super religious, and they, didn't believe in touching genitals before marriage or seeing genitals or having any fun. So they, kept it all together and bagged up, in your clothes and chastity belts and such. And so then he meets his wife, and works at the church, I think, and they have a bunch of kids. And then he decides, this isn't as fun as I thought it would be because I got abs. And once he got abs and became a late in life model, he leaves said wife who gives him the kids and the family, and what Jesus wanted changed because Jesus didn't know Ben was going to get abs later in life. So then he dips out, and now he's just getting catfish professionally and modeling.
You know what? He deserves it. And he is just as needy and thirsty as the guy. Thank you. The guy in that leather trench coat. And I wish I could remember his name, but he was disgusting too. Why do you think, look in the mirror, guys. Why do you think you can get somebody that looks like her? And the idea of mahogany. How old do you think she is? That is disgusting in anybody's book. That is disgusting.
And it's ridiculous.
And I feel bad. Look at the other two kids like, oh my God, he's at it again. And why did mom come over? I thought that was nice that she came with her kids.
Well, someone has to be taking care of the kids. And I think are they at his house or they came to his house.
They came to his house, They
came to his bachelor pad so he could fix them all salad. Well, Dad, just because you're on a no carb diet to show your abs in some local ads doesn't mean the kids are or the wife.
Right.
So I'm more insulted by the fact that this guy just served lettuce and ketchup and water. So no one's having fun because Dad's leaving you for these fake teenage looking women. And, he's more interested in his abs, and he's serving you lettuce. I don't see any dressing. I just see mustard and ketchup and lettuce and water. I mean, everyone looks miserable, Dad. Read the room. Get some pop, some lemonade, get some burgers, some fries. It's just sad. It's very sad.
Read the room. I just love you. Read the room. I do feel
Ben
bad
is
for
the
his
executive
kids too,
director
honey.
of the
Ben
Michigan Lupus Foundation.
He's an executive director. Look into him. Look into him. I think people should be judged by this stuff. If you're an executive director, David, yeah, and that's
leather jacket.
Thank you. Yes, I had it. I just find it. I'm sorry.
He's that dickhead that makes everybody count calories because he is. Okay, these are kids. They need more than that lettuce and water. No ice.
Is there a grill behind him? Cook up some burgers. That's also protein. Come on.
He had to take an inside chair from 1988 and bring it out to the yard for the outside table. We should be focusing less on sending these catfish ladies money and more on getting some proper furniture for the outside. Maybe a little bit of meat to serve to the kids for some iron.
Yes.
What's going on here, Ben? Ben, priorities. Priorities should be so your son doesn't have to sit in a chair from Mr. Belvedere. You know what I mean? Why can't you go to Big Lots? You can get yourself a nice spread, for outdoor patio furniture. It's not that much. There's not that many people. We're talking 5 people. You should have a 5-person set at your age, Ben.
At least a 6. And then if they ever had a friend, the kids' language, their body language is like, oh my God,
miserable.
When can we go home, Mom? Oh,
no ice cubes, no smiling, no fun.
Nothing.
Did they have hot dogs?
Nothing.
I don't, probably, because Ben is too cheap to get him some burgers or grill up some steaks. If he can send $1,000 to a chick he's never even video chatted with, he showed his friends. He just has like a very generic video that Catfish is always sent. And he can send her $1,000 or him or whoever the catfish ends up being, but he can't serve his family a proper meal. Come on, Ben. Come on, Ben.
You're so right, honey. Haru is saying that her mom has a chair just like that. Remember, Grandma Ethel had those.
She had those too. Yeah, Mr. Belvedere. That was when they were. I mean, they're classic. They're classic, expensive, nice chairs.
But you know what? You cannot.
They're inside.
You can't break them. Serious.
And you can't bring them outside if they get rained on.
Now. Yeah. No, you have to bring them
not
outside.
Karen. Yeah.
Yeah,
they
they're
had
just
hot dogs. Probably not even kosher hot dogs. Probably not. You know what I mean? He probably gave him turkey dogs. The wife got the patio set in the divorce.
I just saw that one. I like that too. Oh, Thrifty Divas. That is so good.
Depressing, but like talk to Thrifty Divas. Thrifty Divas probably knows about a good, you can, I'm telling you, go to Big Lots. You can get a full set. It's not even that much. If you can send 1,000 to this chick, you can get a full set. I mean, these poor kids are just like, oh yeah, Dad, let me drive you to the airport while you go get catfish, because he goes to the airport. And again, he's never spoken to this woman. They've only been texting for months, yet he's in love. It's what Jesus wanted. He gets to the airport. I can't wait to meet you. And she says, this is all happening too fast. One of, the catfish words. I don't think this is too much. I can't do it. I don't trust your intentions. They're cruel. And then, cruel intentions. And then he's like, I'm still going to go. And he goes to the airport looking like he's going to be the car service. Picking up someone for a limo, holding someone's, he looked like that. Like he was going to hold the sign that said Anderson, party of one. And then they would come and he would drive them home. I don't know what this look was that he was going for, but didn't you think he looked like some kind of chauffeur when he was at the airport?
He's just, God, and the idea that he's just not even taking the hint. That's so sad. And the idea that he got on the plane.
And this is his ex-girlfriend who was very teenagey as well. And she was like, oh, I love you, but like your kids are just like taking up a lot of time. So put a divide between he and his kids, because she was like, I want to be your only child. She wanted, to have her daddy just be her daddy. So this last relationship put a strain with him and his kids. And now he's got catfish before. Now he seems to be getting catfished again.
He deserves it.
So these kids have put up with a lot.
He deserves it. I would have a hard time going over to his house anymore, listening to this crap, putting my mom through it. I know it's your dad, but oh my God, you can walk away. The producer asked them at the airport, what'd she say? Because she texts them. Well, it's not very encouraging. No, they can't get together. Hello. Because she doesn't exist. And what does he do? I know. I mean, she's praying. Please, God, don't ever make him come back to me. Dear sweet Jesus. Amen.
So he's still going to go. Sorry, you stopped.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Yes. He's in the plane. He's going to, where is it? Peru? He's going to Peru. He's on the plane. Away he goes. I mean, what does he think he's going to find there? They show it. He's at the airport. And he goes, oh, she's here somewhere, and looking through all these people. Oh my God. No, she's not. No, she's not.
Can you imagine his sermons? Listen, men, if Jesus wants you to have a hot young girlfriend who won't want you to have anything to do with your kids, that is the Lord's will. If a catfish lady on the internet says send her $1,000, Jesus says it's cool. And it's sad because he used to be this guy, right?
Yeah.
And here's him and the kids and, the family, and we love church. And then all of a sudden he was like, he worked out. He got a modeling job late in life. And then all of a sudden the Bible verses changed. Stay with thy family. No, stay with thy ab work. Stay with thy ab roller. Move on. And then that's what he did. And now he's going to meet this lady.
I mean, absolutely.
So real. So real.
And what a real name, Mahogany. Another good movie starring Diana Ross and Billy Joe
Mm.
Williams, but Lady
Nice.
Sings the Blues was better. That came first. That was
Well, I think
1972.
they're gonna get together. I mean, what 24-year-old catfish lady doesn't wanna be with a guy with, 7 kids and an ex-wife who hates him and kids who hate him, who can only eat lettuce most days, who doesn't even have a full set of patio furniture? That sounds like a win-win. And what state is he in, Nana?
Confusion. No, Michigan.
Okay, state of very good, Nana. Very good.
Thank
He's
you.
in the state of confusion.
Kind of
and
quick.
then moved to Michigan. Like that's
I know.
no.
Michigan, you are not seeing this woman, Mahogany. Oh,
No.
Sunshine
yes.
Can Too, Nana's the best ever. Let's keep that one back up a little longer. Thank you, Sunshine.
Very much.
No,
Sadly,
Chris
very
Watts.
much.
Chris Watts is who?
We don't want to get into it.
Okay.
It's gross.
All
it's
right,
gross.
sorry.
It's gross. He murdered his family. It's gross.
Oh, no,
okay.
I know.
Disgusting. But that's the vibes. Yeah, it's a little vibey like that. Mm-hmm.
I just think, I just feel bad for the kids. Don't feel bad for the wife because she got rid of him. Yay. But I think I would have maybe moved farther away. I mean, from Daddy. Daddy is.
He just looks like a great dad.
I know. Doesn't he?
Here's him being a dad, just doing dad stuff. Dad bod, dad life. Just dadding it up. Yeah.
I got abs like that. I'll show him next week. Tune in. No.
Yes,
I would die for that. He's sending money to the little chippies. Who's saying little chippies? I love that. I haven't heard that in a long time. Chippies. That's a good word. Do you know what that is, honey? Little chippies?
No.
Well,
heard it before.
Haven't you? Oh, it's an old saying, chippies. It's kind of like the fast girls on Andy and Mayberry that go speeding through town, Daphne, and I can't remember her name. Are you
slut shaming Andy Mayberry ladies, Nana?
No, these two. Shaming. I'm not saying slut shaming. I didn't say anything about sluts. I said I didn't say anything about that.
Ask Jolene. So what's a chippy? Chippy's a hoe or what?
Kind of, yes. A lady of the evening, I would say. Chippy, yes.
Why do they always have to be of the evening? Can't you hire them at any time?
Well, I don't know why they called it the lady of the evening. Ladies of the evening. I don't know.
Nooners. Is it a nooner? Is that what they call it? Or a nooner?
It's been so long, honey. I don't remember. Anyway. Yeah. Fast woman. Thank you. That's exactly it. Just like the two on Andy and Mayberry.
Okay, so they can run really fast. Got it.
No, they're just speedy. Fast. They're just, they're.
Jolene, what's a chippy? That's the new ass man.
I like it.
Very afternoon delight. Yes. What's afternoon delight? Okay, so let's move on like that too. Yeah, David is dating Amira. It's creepy. It's weird, but whatever. Good. Maybe so they can get on the show again. All right, so let's
I think
move on.
Oh, I thought we handled everybody.
Oh no, Nana, you forgot. Hamza.
No, I didn't forget.
Memphis and Hamza. We didn't even talk about them.
Oh, okay. They're so exciting that I just kind of went right by them. Okay.
Get those names.
Hamza and Memphis. Okay, we know that her mom and dad were both drug addicts. That's a couple weeks ago. She shared
that with him, though. Yep.
About
she
her
opened
past
up to him.
And then she felt very vulnerable afterwards. He told her he was 28 when, in fact, he's really 26. And she's sick of being lied to. She seems too needy for this man that he doesn't speak her language. They have a real hard time communicating. The mom doesn't like her. The sister's very cool, and the sister just seems to like her. But he is not the person for her. He's very juvenile. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. He is very juvenile. He told her that he was 27 when he was really 25.
Sad.
I feel like we're getting ASMR because we're hearing them pages crunch.
Oh, I am so sorry. I'm sorry that that's coming up real quick.
Flipping.
Okay.
So he lied about the age. She's like, what else are you lying about? So then calls the sister in and says to translate, did he lie about being a what? What is he, a HVAC person? Did he go to school for like heating and cooling or something?
I believe so. I believe that was it. Or her question was, did you go to college?
Yeah, did he get his certificate? Did he get his education? And I think it was like cooling or something. And the sister's trying to translate, like, did he lie about it? And then she wanted to see the diploma, the certificate, and he brings it out and shows her.
You shouldn't have to, you should be able to trust. And I understand why you can't trust these people that keep lying to you. And she tells him, the bitter end, she tells him, we are not going to see each other anymore if I don't leave here married.
She goes, I only have so much time to be married. I mean, you guys can't even communicate with each other, but she's so worried about it. Just baffles me that she can be this smart and successful and also this needy for this dude who is way younger than even his lie, acting than his lie said he was, and then his real age. Like, he literally seems to have the mentality of a 16-year-old. And then they got a little bit of alone time and they went to a hotel and she had him drink. I was going to say made, but had him drink alcohol, even though he said he really doesn't drink, but he only drinks with special people. And then she also had to poop. So speaking of bodily, functions, they were out and about and she said, I got to poop. And he sat outside the door and goes, you doing okay, baby? Did you poop? And she's like, I'm trying, baby. And she's like, like she was acting out the
I know.
poop.
Would you even say that? Just say my stomach's giving me trouble and then hit the bathroom.
I have to use the restroom.
Yes.
You go do something else far away from the door. The fact that he was so close to the door, almost listening in, and they were communicating through the door, that's pretty intimate for this new relationship.
Oh, very, very. And then after you've been with somebody for, let's say, 43 years of marriage, and you've been with them for 51 years, he walks by, he always says to me, this is your dad, can you just close the door? But I didn't get used to closing the door because I had kids. They were always coming in. So I didn't
want to see you go to the bathroom. That was all you. That was all you, lady.
I don't think so. When kids are little, they're always in the bathroom. They're either pounding on the door. Yes, you were. Eric,
I had my own apartment. Okay. I was gone. I was 10. I was like, I'm out of here. This lady won't close the door when she's pooping. She's watching 90210 on repeat, listening to Jeremy Jordan, The Right Kind of Love, and Luther Vandross. I'm out. I'm gone.
That was.
I'm taking my first communion money and I'm leaving. All right.
Honey,
I got a down payment.
Too early. You left too early. That's what we talk about too, me and my friends. Sometimes the kids leave just when they're becoming fun adults. Then they leave,
Yeah.
I mean, that's not fair.
Somewhere else.
Well, no, it's not fair. I want to have fun with that fun adult instead of that snippy teenager, And so it's too bad we couldn't find that. I wish.
I'm so sorry
stayed.
that.
I wish you would have stayed longer.
Come to California more often. You're retired. Eric Spear, thank you for the $5. Says, I'm from Detroit originally. My first boyfriend was from Canton, Michigan. He's probably the least weird that doesn't say much.
Doesn't say much. The least weird. Thank you, Eric. I'm glad to see you're on here. I haven't seen you in a while on the thing. Oh, that's true.
Rumor has it they're married.
Oh no, please, Jade, say it isn't so.
Once you poop in front of him, and he was like, good job pooping, and she's like, thank you, baby, my stomach. Like, the way they have to communicate is me poopy hurdy. He's like, you poopy goody. The way they have to communicate with one another.
It was weird. I mean,
it's weird.
Bodily function, everybody does it, but you know what? You don't need a cheering section for it.
She did. I feel like at this point, Memphis has a lot of stuff in her past. It seems like relationship stuff she's bringing into this new relationship, and she's been hurt a lot. So she does need someone to sit outside the door and cheer her on when she's pooping, allegedly, Well, and Hamza's mom is just like, I don't know if I like this.
I think she's a beautiful young woman. And I'd say, honey, go back home. You don't have to find another man. Enjoy your kids. And she's got a good job, right? She's able to take care of things, take care of bills. You don't need a man that bad. Stop it.
She's a nurse practitioner, I think. Like, she has a great job.
Stop
She's
it.
a genius. Coffee Buzz says, I just started peeing alone again a few years ago. Is shut the door and her fingers would, or I shut the door and her fingers would be under the door. Mommy.
That's just it, honey. You don't have that time alone. It's either your pets that want to come in or the kids or everybody. So I just quit shutting the door, and it's just Dad and I here. So
Turned into a thing.
I just keep
now
the
it's
door
Nana's
open.
kink. Amanda says, yes, the transition to being friends with your parents is awesome. Miss my mom all the time. One of the reasons. I love you two ladies. Thank you, Amanda.
Oh, Amanda, that's so nice. Thank you. I certainly miss my mom too. Campfire reported that they have a baby together. Stop it.
What? Oh my
They do?
gosh.
Oh, honey.
Allegedly.
Why
Campfire
do-
reported it.
Doesn't she have 2 children? She's got 2 already, I think.
Yes. Yep, so
And
they had one together. So they're married and they had one together. That's what's being reported. Yeah, she has abandonment issues. I mean, it explains a lot, her being, her parents having to go to jail. They couldn't really take care of her being in foster care, so it makes sense why she has these abandonment issues and why she wants to find this love. I just wish, she could find it with someone who could give her the level of love that I think she deserves and needs, So
yes, when I heard that, and that both her parents were drug users, and they weren't parents. I mean, they weren't good parents. I did feel bad for her too. I just think she could have found somebody more on her level as far as being intelligent and maybe closer to her age, seeing that he lied about the age thing. So I'm not sure what he's looking for.
Yeah, because she is only 34. However, there's a big difference in him emotionally, I think, compared to her 34, which is a life that has been lived, a lot of accomplishments, and his doesn't seem to be. Tess says, now there's a clip somewhere of Jolene saying, shut the door. Yeah, don't shut the door, guys. That is not good. But we had this whole scene, when he lied that she went into the bedroom and was like, what else did you lie about? And she was crying and she didn't come out for a little bit.
I know.
And the mom was kind of like, this is weird.
I know.
But
the mom,
there's, the communication gap. Like they can't really communicate. The sister is really the go-between and translator.
Yes.
And, Memphis doesn't know. She can't understand them. They can't understand her, but the sister, being bilingual or might even know more languages, seems to be able to translate. So thank goodness she's there, or they would just be like, me, poopy. Yes. Sexy time, poopy. Me, poopy, sexy time. No. It would just be like baby talk the whole time. So I don't know.
I don't know. And that if they are married and they are expecting another child, well, God love them, but
congrats.
That means he came over to the United States because her kids are here, her other kids.
Yeah, if they're married, I mean, I would assume we're going to see that coming up. Amy says he's another man child, like most of the men on these shows. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, some of them are just so needy. So next week, I'm looking forward to 90 days. We have some things coming up on 90 days.
What's coming up, Nana?
Well, I'm going to hold that for
I hope it's
week.
more of this.
I hope it is too, honey.
Was this me my whole teenage years? I feel like this is me. That's why I relate to it so much. That's kind of what I looked like. The vibe I carried on my face constantly was like.
I have a good one of you working the state fair with me. That look is right there.
Yeah, when I'm like 14.
That's it. Yeah,
14, 15, probably.
Yep,
14.
You were disgusted and having to do this. You just were above this. You just didn't want this. You didn't understand why I liked it so much. Oh, for the love of God, get me out of here.
I just wanted to work at the state fair because then you said I could take all the money I made and buy myself back to school clothes.
That's true.
You guys were teaching me about that. Yeah. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to go to the Gap, go to Hot Topic, go to all kinds of stores. So I just was making those s'mores at the Minnesota State Fair with my mom in a tiny booth selling milk chasers. And people would come and go, what's a milk chaser? And it's like, it's a tiny milk to chase down your s'more.
You can tell these people didn't hang at the bar. We knew what
they
it
did
was.
Not. I even knew, and I'm 14. And I'm like, it's like a Bloody Mary but that doesn't happen everywhere. Getting a chaser. Like I remember when I used to drink and I went to, I think Las Vegas for the first time, or maybe it wasn't Vegas. Maybe it was in Arizona. I asked for a Bloody Mary with the beer chaser, and they were like, "What's?" I was like, beer chaser. They're like, "What?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, I'll charge you and get you a Miller Lite." I was like, "No, you get a free little snit or whatever they call it, like a low ball of a light beer on the side with your Bloody Mary." And they're like, "Why would I give you a free beer?" I'm like, "It's not a free beer. It's a chaser to chase down my Bloody Mary." That's what they do up north.
Oh, honey, I love that.
I know.
No one knew that. Yeah, that was surprising to me when you told me that. You think in your own area, you're just going to know all these things and other people will know that. Yeah, that doesn't happen. Did Joleen sell funnel cakes? Yeah, so it was s'more booth.
S'mores. So literal s'mores, graham cracker, chocolate marshmallow. We made them in a toaster oven, wrapped them up in this paper, and we sold milk there. And it was a tiny booth. I'll have to pull some pictures and we'll have like a flashback. We'll show you the pictures. And we did that during the state fair, which ran at the end of the summer for about 2 weeks. End
of August, 12 days, our state fair is.
Yep.
Speaking of our state fair.
Hot topic.
Speaking of our state fair, Minnesota State Fair, you can purchase these bricks that they have at the grandstand.
Oh, here she goes.
And the grandstand is where they have all their concerts. It used to be a racetrack in there. It's been there for, 80 years. So these bricks help the state fair keep going and to be the most wonderful state fair
ever.
And you have put something on there. You can have things engraved in there. We did get my dad one because he worked at the state fair for 50 some years. He loved the fair. So the Great Minnesota Get Together, second largest to Texas, I've heard. Yes, Amanda. And that is very true. And so I purchased one of these today thinking this is just a cool thing. I've always wanted to get that. Are you bored with this, honey? Or you already heard this?
No, this is fascinating. So Nana bought a brick to go outside the grandstand where people have commemorative for people who have passed.
Yes. Or
and so
that are still
Nana
here.
Decided that she wanted to get a brick with Lucy and Frankie's name on it, but she also included my brother and sister-in-law's 2 dogs, Keith and Biscuit and Tilly.
I thought that's cute. And then our last name, and then the year 2022. Because you have to count the spaces and the letters. And can't be any more than 15.
So now if you're at the Minnesota State Fair, you can go find Nana's brick. However, I don't know which Tilly Nana gave this to because Nana spells Tilly Tillie, but her name is Tilly. So some other Tilly is on our brick. So Tilly, my cat, her only grandchild from me, who's been around for a very long time. She spelled the name wrong.
I've always spelled it Tillie. My mistake, I heard. So I went back and typed.
We don't know her.
I already sent a note to the State Fair Foundation saying, can I have that Tillie changed to Tilly? So
hopefully they can, because otherwise we don't know that cat that you have.
I think that was
right now.
Talk about raining on my parade. I had no idea. Tilly's. I didn't know that that's how you spell Tilly. In my head,
it's the thought that counts, Nana. It's the lack of.
How about Meg Tilly?
How Tilly's name.
Meg Tilly. How do you spell that?
What?
Meg Tilly. How do you spell that? Is that Tilly?
I don't know what Meg Tilly is.
Meg Tilly. Isn't she a star of movies? Meg Tilly. She's the one that,
what are we even talking about?
She's an actress. Thank you, Monica. Meg Tilly. And
Meg Tilly is MEGTILLY.
Oh,
She was
it is
born in
Tilly.
1960. She's an American kid. Most Tillys are Tilly, but that's okay,
Oh.
Nana. Tilly's only been in our life since 2010.
And
It's not
I
that big of a deal.
understand that. Out of the gracious, I just was feeling just like the grace of God be with you. I just thought this is such a cute idea.
It's so cute. It's so cute. I'm sure that Tilly, we don't know, will appreciate. It's so cute. Now, Hope is saying s'mores. Is that similar to s'mores? Yeah. In Minnesota, we add extra vowels to things. S'mores, roof, root beer, root. Like we add all the extra O's and A's that we can. We just come on and we have our own language. Thrifty Diva said, Jolene, how much would you make in 2 weeks for school clothes? Well, I think we got paid what, Nana, like $5 an hour, $6? What was minimum wage then?
I'm trying to
this
think
is the
what
late
minimum wage.
mid-90s.
This is a while
90s.
ago, kids. So yeah. So and you'd work every day.
Couple hundo.
Oh,
I worked every day of the fair.
All of that.
And then after I got a little older, I graduated. The same guy that owned the s'more booth owned the French fry, world's greatest fries. And when you got 16, you could work at the French fries. You made a little more money, lots more burns. So me and my friend Annie went over there and I could buy more stuff at the Gap.
Did you go to Old Navy then too? Or weren't you being...
I think Old Navy was a thing then. So I think I did, but I really remember I liked the Gap. I liked Hot Topic. I liked Contempo Casuals. Like
you always had good taste, and I like the way you dressed. And if
thank you, Nana.
My mother would have misspelled my cat's name, I just let it go. Okay.
So as you can see, Nana, obviously I'm fine with it. Nana's fine with it. We're processing this in real time. Meg Tilly is Jennifer Tilly's sister. So I know Jennifer Tilly.
I don't know Jennifer Tilly. And Robin on the chat said she was on The Big Chill. And that's the movie I couldn't think of. The best soundtrack ever. Yeah,
Jennifer is more contemporary, Nana. She's like the bride of Chucky. She's been in all kinds of stuff. She has a voice kind of like this. And she's
that's Meg Tilly too.
Oh, really? Okay, because I've never seen The Big Chill, so that's Meg Tilly. Okay.
Oh, I love she's the one that falls in love with the guy.
Oh, Abercrombie
is a drug guy. It was such a good show. It's the best
show. Like Abercrombie too. I bought an Abercrombie winter coat, or my parents did for me because I had to have it. And I remember it had like a corduroy brown collar and it was blue. So I did have some Abercrombie. That was a big store then. I'm trying to think of what other stores. Contempo was a very big store. That was like the Forever 21 of its time, the Wet Seal. But I feel like it had better. The quality was a little better. But I remember being 14 and Shelly had an older sister and she had everything from Contempo, and that was like Clueless. Basically, they shopped in that store in the movie Clueless, which came out I think in 94 or 95. And then I just wanted everything Contempo.
Didn't you get about everything that you ever wanted?
No.
Oh, I beg to differ.
No, I did. I totally did. I have Hope seen The Big Chill, and I do think it's a great movie. My mom has made me watch it, and she also, like she said, had the soundtrack. I haven't seen it in a while, but
I just remember Meg Tilly doing some yoga things, and she could take her leg and put it all the way up like this. I mean, the woman is gorgeous. She was a little bit of nothing when she was on this show, tiny. She's just a beautiful woman. So
Coffee Buzz says, I still have my Bulls starter parka from 8th grade. Yeah, bless you, Nana.
Thank
starter
you.
Jackets were all the rage, especially when I was in junior high. People would get jumped and beat up for their starter jackets.
Yeah.
And my brother had, what did Billy have? Did he have a Blackhawks starter?
Sharks. Didn't he have a Sharks?
He had a Shark. He had a couple. I never had a starter jacket. Did I? I wore Bills, but I never had my own. I don't think. Did I?
I don't think you wanted one, honey. Your big thing was you had a jacket that said your name on it, and it was more sporty. Was it for?
I had a softball one for my traveling team and my school team.
Was heavier too, I thought.
Well, Nana, I used to like to go to those what was that one that was on Rice Street? It was like a consignment store because I thought once I was 16, 17, like 16, then I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get secondhand cool stuff. And then the guys,
so much fun.
I wore dad, because you guys kept your old clothes. I wore dad's old bell bottoms to school one day. And then I had like this like button up shirt with a big collar, and it was kind of see-through, and I had a little tank top underneath. And then I put like a pleather jacket, and all the boys at my high school called me Donnie Brasco. So they just didn't appreciate my style.
I loved your style. And then you would take some of my sweaters, which were big on you, and blazers. Remember that? And you'd roll up the
in
cuffs.
5th grade.
You'd roll them up, and you look like Miami Vice. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't wasn't really what the guys were looking for fashion wise, but I sure loved it. Mervyn's. My friend Angela worked at Mervyn's.
I remember Mervyn's. Yes.
Care Bear said, the birthday girl says, Jolene, my mom made me shop at TJ Maxx, Sears, and JCPenney's until I made my own money and could buy my own clothes. I swear I was dressing as a 10-year-old at 16. My mom, we would go to like Dayton's, which is modern day Macy's. And I do like TJ Maxx. Sears, no. If my mom made me go to Sears, I would have been pissed.
I liked Sears.
JCPenney's had the Arizona brand, and I used to think that was cute.
Yeah. Yeah, I like.
Yeah, I would
JC
beg
Penney.
My parents for Jabos. I would beg. I mean, no.
I remember shopping with you. You had your definite style, what you liked, and then when we'd shop for your brother, if it wasn't picked out by you, he didn't want any part of it. So
because I was so cool, Nana.
So there you go.
So there you go. The Dayton's on Nicolette with the Mary Tyler Moore statue. Was there a Dayton's right there on Nicolette?
Absolutely. That was one of the first ones. And then the Dayton's downtown St. Paul. There isn't many shops downtown St. Paul anymore. Things have changed quite a bit.
Nana, you have rubbed off on me so much that my friend Amber was visiting me this weekend. She stayed with me and we had like a writer's weekend. I miss Amber.
I love her. Yes.
Yeah, we were working on stuff, having so much fun. Well, she has some stand-up shows coming up in St. Paul this week. So if you're in St. Paul, go to, I forget where stand-up show is. I was going to just shout it. It's on the 28th. I think she's at the band. What's in St. Paul? The band something. I'll look. If you're interested, go to my Instagram and message me if you're looking for something to do this weekend, because my hilarious friend will be there. But she, is from Fargo originally. So, I mean, obviously she lived in Minneapolis for years. She knows, but a lot of Minneapolis people, they're like St. Paul. But I found myself hanging out with you too much because I told her, I go, be careful. Everyone's getting shot in St. Paul. And then she was like, and she's coming from Los Angeles. And then I was like, God, I've been talking to Nana too much. So
you can never talk to Nana too much. But it's just getting, especially for, well, anybody. I mean, anybody you talk to, we're just not used to this big a crime wave is what we're seeing. Huge. So.
Yeah, so many fun little fashion things that everyone's bringing up. Amy says in the 80s, we would put pins with funny sayings all over our jean jackets, which is back. One day my mom wore mine and one of the pins said, if you can read this button, you are standing too damn close.
Oh, honey, I love the little buttons that you put on your jean jacket. And I've always been into little buttons. And on my 30th birthday, I gave a party for myself at Groner's Bar on Rice Street. And it was just a fun party and was all a bunch of high school kids. And my mom and dad were there, my grandma and aunts and uncles. It was just a big party. And so I had this button on. No, I just had this little button on. And my grandma was there. And she comes real close to me. She goes, what does that say? Give me head till I'm dead. I went, sorry.
Grandma Frances?
Sorry, Grandma.
Oh my God. But Frances would have laughed. She would have been like,
she did laugh. God. She did laugh. I'm not sure if she knew why she laughed, but I was dying. I thought, oh, okay. Anyway.
It said, give me head till I'm dead. And Nana's grandma read it.
And that's what I wore on my 30th birthday. Oh, yeah. So sorry. I wish I still,
my dad would pay for Levi's, but I wanted Calvin Klein's. So I had to pay the difference. Sad thing was I could have purchased 2 pair of Levi's for the price of 1 CK. But at the time, Calvin Klein was the shit. If you could afford, Calvin Klein's were so expensive. And then that's when like the CK1 perfume came out and everything was my Calvin's. Nothing gets between me. Well, that was older school, I think. But then Marky Mark had the Calvin Klein ad, and then I had CK1 t-shirts, Calvin Klein t-shirts, like you had to have it, but it was
yours was a big gerbil. What was the other brand that you liked so much?
Well, Guess jeans. You used to get me
Guess jeans. There you go, Renee.
You had to have, it was the little upside down triangle. So isn't that the sign, like the little lesbian, triangle? Isn't it?
What does
Pink triangle on her sleeve. Let me know the truth. That's a Weezer song. I'm dumb. She's a lesbian. I thought I had found the one, and it's called Pink Triangle. But I don't know if the lesbian one's upside down, but Guess was upside down. And if you had that triangle on your butt, you were killing it.
I just always said to you guys, and it's not that we had a lot of money or anything. I mean, we made our bills, and that was a big deal. But I just said,
she sold my clarinet, people, for Jabos.
There you go. There's your Jabos.
But yeah, we just, I don't know.
Make it make sense.
Made it happen.
Give me head till I'm dead. Put that on my tombstone.
Put that on everyone's tombstone.
And I had it on my little jacket, and I think it was a jean jacket. Because I dieted down for my party, 30 years old. Jesus, that's a long time ago already. But I love that button. And
that's a good button. You don't have it anymore?
No, honey. You leave your coat someplace and somebody sees it, it's gone.
That's like my Buffy the Vampire Slayer button. That's like, I keep falling off and I'm like, I don't want to lose it. Z Cavaricis were the shit. Early 90s Z Cavarici. If you had Z Cavaricis, I had a Z Cavarici purple t-shirt that had like that white kind of puff paint and it said Z Cavarici. And I thought,
I kind of remember that.
You are killing it.
Remember that.
Remember Desi had, oh my God, speaking of purple shirts, my best friend had a shirt that she got almost kicked out of school for because it said grape across. It was purple. It said grape, but the G kept getting stuck under because you'd wear oversized t-shirts. So it's spelled, and the teacher was like, what does your shirt say, Desi? And it had grapes on it, but it said, but the G. And I was like, we didn't know at the time. We were like, what? We're like in 5th grade.
I know. And Desi always looks so darn cute too.
She always looked cute. Gerbo, Jinko, Stussy. I don't know the last one, but Stussy too. Stussy's coming back. Stussy was like a skater brand of the time. And then it became more popular. Like it would be sold at like the skate stores and the surfboard type clothing stores. And that was really, I had Stussy t-shirts, and that was before Massimo was kind of similar to that before they sold to Target. And then later lied to get their daughters into USC. So, I mean, the history of fashion there.
God love them, I mean, I just, no.
So there you go, you guys. We talked 90 Day, we talked life, we talked Nana not knowing how to spell her cat granddaughter's name, we talked fashions, we talked Give Me Head Till I'm Dead, which we might have to have merch that says Give Me Head Till I'm Dead.
I don't know if you can. Yeah. I don't know. Eric saying my mother stole my drum set and did not tell me. I found out because we redid her basement and sent me a check. Oh, honey, well, I'm not sending her a check for clarinet. She wore that clarinet. No.
Eric, I feel your pain, and I've been to lots of therapy because of this. So thank you for reaching out. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's hear it for good health insurance. Thank you.
Merkins. I mean, this has been. You're not going to get the kind of, well-rounded 90 Day and life talk. But on 90 Day with Nana. So don't forget to hit that like. Don't forget to comment.
Please do.
Once it's posted, it helps us so much in the algorithm if you guys can comment after the video is posted. Let us know what your favorite part about tonight's 90 Day was. If you have any favorite quotes that you want us to put on merch, we got merch coming. So there you go.
I know. I love that. Well, I just want to say I didn't see Linda in the chat tonight. And
Producer Linda.
that's all right because she's redoing her granddaughter's bedroom. So she's either up on a ladder or she's painting or she finally took a nap or time for bed.
Is Minnesota speak for we didn't see Linda here. That's okay. That's Minnesota speak for that's not okay, Linda. You should have been here. Nana Scorpio vibes is going to hold this as a grudge the rest of the
She's always here for me. She's always been there for me. I love you, but you should have been here tonight. Anyway.
Thank you, Robin Cisa. I'm so happy I caught you both live. You know I love you long time. And seeing you, Nana, always makes Robin C is my longest supporter on Patreon. She has been my supporter since day one. She is amazing. Gosh. Shout out to Robin C for always. I mean, she's been around probably when I had like very few subscribers. Very few. Oh my
God.
Yeah. Who's Dead with Nana? We had Louis Anderson, and that one hit
that one
too close to home for all Minnesotans. And unfortunately, I did post pictures. I did post one picture. I post pictures on Instagram because Louis Anderson, obviously hilarious, died way too soon, 68 recently. I think had been diagnosed with a blood cancer, and just. He was the Minnesota pride. I mean, he was from the same city we were from. He went to my high school, obviously not at the same time. I think he dropped out and went on to do these. Oh, well, went on to do these. I don't know. Went on to do these amazing things. He was one of the first HBO specials. I saw the one where I think he's at the Orpheum. Me and Amber were talking about, and he has those big blocks. And he lays on them, and he's like, "Now I make more money than them." Talking about his gym teachers and the jokes about his mom. And I was just a kid watching it. And I remember thinking, I want to do that. Whatever that is, I don't know what it is, but I want to do that. And I remember seeing how much you guys laughed. And early Louis, early Ellen, as a teenager, Chris Rock. Like I remember very vividly also Paula Poundstone back in the day. But Louis was the first comedian I saw that I was like, he's from where I'm from. He's so funny. I just related so much as like a Midwestern kid to, his jokes about his parents and his mom, like, oh, they're real poor, you tell them to just come, to when they're having people over, like, the Andersons are on the phone, what should they bring? They're real poor, you just tell them to come. or when the dad always thought someone was out in the garage touching his tools, like, oh yeah, Dad, we just can't wait to touch your stuff, and my dad was always thinking me and my brother stole his brush, and he uses that brush you use when you're losing your hair with the really like thick bristles that makes people with hair, makes it staticky. He's like, who took my brush? It's like, nobody, Paul, nobody's using your brush.
Nobody
so Louis just was able to translate, everything just so well. His jokes, everything was just, he was amazing. And I was very lucky to get to meet him, to do his show multiple times while he was in Vegas. The first time I did his show was my 31st birthday. And my friend was his opener, Anthony Padilla, and he knew that I was a huge fan. And so he said, I talked to Louis. He wants to meet you. Come out. And that's how Louis was. Like you will hear from little comics, like myself and other Minnesota comics, that he just was so kind and generous and opened up his stage. He had an ongoing show there. At one time it was at Palace Station. I performed there. He was at the Plaza. So then every time I go to Vegas, I get to perform on Louis' show, to the point where I got to go in his dressing room. I remember Instagram. I was really into Instagram. It was like 2014. And he was like, go.
Okay.
Yeah. He's like, go have fun in the dressing room. And I was putting on his clothes and taking pictures, like his jackets and stuff. And on Instagram, like he was just so generous. He would give you advice on your jokes. He just was the kind of, when you think of meeting someone that you idolize, you'd want to meet someone like Louis, because he didn't have this air of, he could have easily been like, ugh, you know what I mean? But and I've met so many comedians like that, but he wasn't. He was genuinely nice and kind and loved the art form. And you could tell just by how talented he was. So I feel blessed to be able to say I got to meet a hero of mine. I got to perform on the stage. I got to have conversations with him, and then just blessed to know all the lives that he touched. And then his nephew, Josh Floorhog, is a very funny comedian. Him and I are going to be on Laugh After Dark together, the show we taped for Amazon, when that comes out. So my thoughts are with, my friend, because that was his uncle, and he's a comedian too. And they were very close. So it's a tragedy to I mean, it's a tragedy to the world, and it's a tragedy to, Minnesota, because we claim
yes.
our own really, really hard, and we're very proud. But I just feel so freaking, not to be cliche, but I feel so blessed that I got to like hang out with him. I got to be in his presence. I got to, I don't know. I can't say enough good things about him. Chell was able to perform. He was so kind to Chell. He just was just a great person, and so freaking funny. So like, there are those people who have to try, and there's those people who are just born funny. He's born funny.
Relatable, beautiful person.
Yes.
And the reason, when you said that he dropped out, they from high school, they showed a picture of him in his yearbook, 1971. He graduated from Johnson High School, St. Paul. They showed a picture of him in the yearbook.
So he did. I thought maybe, because you hear about I could have sworn I heard him say a story like he dropped out or left, but maybe he didn't.
Just a picture of him sitting, wasn't like a class picture. They sitting, how they have those candid shots of people. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm assuming he graduated.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Either way, he didn't even have to, because he killed it and had a wonderful career, and then went on to win. I remember when I first did the Palace, to show at the Palace station, because that's what the casino is called, right? The Palace Station. I had my aunt and uncle came out, my uncle Bill, my aunt Linda, and then they got to meet him and take a picture, and they were like, "Oh, Joe." And it was so cool for me to be able to be like,
yes,
I'm at a place where my family can meet Louis Anderson, because everyone was obsessed. I mean, Minnesotans are obsessed with Louis Anderson.
Yes.
And then outside his shows, he had like an Emmy, and then he went on later. I think he won an Emmy for baskets too. Yeah. So he had multiple Emmys. I mean, just, that's the career you would want. Just so cool. So thoughts to his family and everybody, but he touched so many lives. But
I know,
it's like one of those people you're like, I want him here longer, but
yes,
that's not how life works. So
no, it doesn't. And you wish you could do a trade system going, wait, I got somebody.
Oh, I got some people I would trade.
And then bring Louis back. Okay. I wish life worked like that. But we love you. We love all the people in chat. We love everybody that, that just hangs with us on the Mondays and Friday nights. We appreciate you so. Nana's going to go to bed, and tonight it's going to be a big night, because I'm even washing off my eye makeup. It's a big night.
I'm so proud of you, Nana. You guys will be back
you.
Friday. Tomorrow, like I said, I'll be live at 6 with my friend, the hilarious Valerie Tossi. We co-produced the Mermaid Comedy Hour. We're going to be talking about her new comedy album and other things for an episode of Ice Cold Pop Culture. So join 2 funny babes, and then we'll be back Friday, and lots of fun stuff to look forward to. You guys take care of yourself. Nana, thanks for being you.
Honey, right back at you.
Love you, and thank you guys. Don't forget to like and comment after a post. Good night. Good night, Nana.
Good night, baby.